And of course, I'm in here with my main man, Sean.
What's up, people?
And we have a special, sort of special episode, especially near and dear to my heart. Now, one of the things that the idea from this podcast came from, really it was to have a platform to express myself outside of the monotone professionalism that a barber should display, especially a barber that's trying to be top tier and command top tier pricing. So, this episode is quite special to me. I have to the left of me, Mr. Chris Too Faded, young up and coming barber who actually works in my shop, and I'm sure y'all heard his name a few times. So now you get to put a name to the face. We got Mr. Chris Too Faded in the building.
Welcome, Chris. It's about time.
Right, the nigga work right upstairs, and he act like he can't come down for to have a fucking conversation. He talk all fucking day. You can't have talk in a controlled environment. Don't act shy now, nigga. Say what's up.
What's going on, people? What's going on?
And to my left, and this one is I don't know. I think it's been a long time coming. I think now I went to barber school like 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago, 2000.
I don't know. I was 24, 23, some shit like that.
$10.
And there was this guy in there who was pretty goddamn good. And I used to watch him. I don't think he knows it. Because when you go into barber school, like you one of the newer guys in there, you look at the people that have been there for a minute.
Yeah.
But now, like, I don't know. Should I call you Nate, Fat Nate,
I'll be honest with
programming CEO? I'm saying, what
Nate, it's crazy. Real quick, I hate being called Fat Nate.
For real?
I hated it my whole life. And I just let people call me because it was easy to decipher me when they see me.
Yeah.
But after a while, I hated it.
Yeah.
Just to touch on that, I hate getting called like, "What's up, Big Sean?" Like,
Big Sean.
people be saying that shit. Like, Big Sean, like
Who the fuck calls you Big Sean?
people.
What's up, Big Sean? Hold on, I got another one for you. Nigga. People consistently walk in the barbershop, they say, "What's up, C?" C, like, bitch, it's KB right here.
You see?
When you schedule your appointment, nigga, it say KB. Like, if you schedule me through Instagram, nigga, if it says Corey in my bio. Like, KB is like, why the fuck do y'all think I spell my name with a C?
People at work, like, "What's up, Big Sean?" I'm like, "Yo, stop." I mean, I'm fat.
Like, damn, man, that remind me every second.
Damn.
I just hate nicknames. I never flew with nicknames.
Yeah.
I don't like being called. I don't like being called it, but I made a business off being called that.
Mm-hmm.
And then people always think it's funny when I tell them, like, I actually don't like being called that.
But
Well, I don't like being called. No, I don't. I don't.
I'm saying,
When people say my name or they'll call me, like, I'm just like, my name's just Nate.
Just gonna be
yeah, when anybody calls me KB, it still feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, that shit, I just can't. I needed a name on my fucking Instagram. I couldn't think of a nickname. Like, when social media shit first came out, like, Facebook was easy. Corey, boy, nigga, that's my name. Instagram, like, I ain't gonna put my whole name on fucking Instagram, so it's like, alright,
It's a million
KB.
going on there.
Yeah, like,
Initials.
and then, like, when I really started to put my foot down in the barber and shit, I'm like, my Instagram name is KB_29. That ain't right barbery. Like,
It ain't.
I think I hate it because none of my friends or family ever called me that. Nobody that's close to me ever called me Fat Nate.
yeah, it's crazy how you can make a living off some shit you don't really like. Because I know a lot of people, I don't know how a lot of people come up with their names for fucking social media, but it's like, you see shit on social media, it'd be like, I don't know, this nigga nice at feeding. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga nice. Like,
Prove it, bitch. Like,
they don't know how to deal with that shit. Like, but, I mean, that's, like, announcements.
Announcements.
Yeah, nigga.
I mean, ain't no real announcements.
Cutsbykb.com. Come buy some of this shit, okay? And more importantly, it may hold your product up, cuz.
High quality.
That's you?
Mr. Pro
Yeah,
Grooming.
That's
Oh,
a high
oh,
quality.
I been getting the oil and the beard oil and shit like that.
Yeah. This
And that's crazy. I was looking
Nah.
at that.
One of the most
That's
illustrious
a
beards in the business, nigga. It's only
this
right.
is my child right here.
Yo,
I ain't gonna
I'm
weird.
low. I'm low.
See,
I need some
When I
more
walked
oil.
in
Put a
and I
name
see
to
the
the face.
Madison station, it's sometimes still weird seeing this shit. Like,
Yeah.
at somebody's shit. That's not at my station.
That's
shit
lit.
weird. It's
That's
great.
dope.
That's lit.
Yeah,
That's
that
shit
shit-
is
The
beautiful.
CEO,
no, it's
okay.
actually it's more lit when somebody supports. Like
There
that,
you go.
that really
Cause
that means
when
more.
you came in here, I'm looking at the hat like I was not even thinking about it, but I'm like,
You've
I
seen
see
it
the,
before.
I see the box on the hat, but now that you,
Yeah, that's my.
I'm like, oh shit, okay,
my
that's
child.
what's up, man.
See?
That's his brain.
Cutsbykb.com. You can have this fine product on
Okay.
Cuts by KB. Or you can go to the man directly. Tell people how to get to you.
So you can go. My website's coming up. Matter of fact, no, we can't talk about that right now because the
Oh,
website for that is coming up. So we don't have that right now. But matter of fact, you can go on my Instagram.
Okay.
There you go.
The Instagram that'll get there _programming. I think it's my name. So used to this new name.
Yeah.
It's like _ @programming. I think that's what it is.
There we go. I figured out. Once I put the shit together, I'll make sure it's plastered under your face right now.
Appreciate
that's
that.
tough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
but see, and that type of shit right there. is
What do you
a
got
little
coming out?
Hope some more clippers. Like, give me some clippers.
What do you got?
Give me some clippers.
What do you got coming out?
bit- We're going too fast. Let's start at the beginning. Because it ain't about me, it's about y'all. You know,
I'm just here to provide you shit.
there you go.
The shit.
Cuts and
There we go. First of all, I need some of this wine here.
That shit tastes good.
I feel left out. Oh,
I feel like we should be getting this because this like
I feel like you should shout these motherfuckers out and tag them bitches on Instagram or some shit so therefore
Listen.
we can get a check.
Is it a black owned company?
I like checks. I don't give a fuck if they black or not.
They make some good ass wine though.
they've been
The wine
partners
is
since
like-
1917. The Riboli family, San Antonio winery.
That don't sound black at all.
They
but-
don't. That sound like Italian.
That's
That's
definitely-
That doesn't sound black at all.
But
But
definitely
It's
Italian.
San
That's
Antonio.
no, I don't do all that.
Chris, like, fuck
Yeah, I
that.
don't know these niggas. You don't get no free money off of me
Oh
until we
yeah,
discuss
yeah, I'm like on that
details.
motherfucker.
That's the Bible. Why you laughing?
Yeah, man. Let's get the vibe right. You know. The smoke bother you?
Huh? No, no.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just making sure. Chris, I know.
No, I don't give a damn.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna do some moderately corny shit. Like when I came up with the idea to invite these fellas,
Yeah.
I said we gonna have to, do some background and all that other shit. So I thought of a movie I liked with Tay Diggs and Sonali and with Brown Sugar when she was the Double XL editor. She interviewed rappers. She would always start off each interview the same way. I don't have time to talk, baby.
I'm working, man.
Yeah, I'm working. Hold up. I'm gonna answer the phone just so you can see. I'm working. Hey, baby. Where you at, baby? Daddy recording the podcast, baby.
Oh.
Daddy recording. Say hi. There we go, baby. Let me call you back. You won't be on the show. When I get some money, I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, Cameron, buddy, you wanna say something? Say hi. Say listen to my daddy podcast. Boy, stop talking goofy. All right, all right, let me finish up. I'll talk to y'all later. Baby, I gotta go. Baby, I gotta go. All right, baby. See, like I typically wouldn't answer the phone, but for some reason I feel like that type of shit should be incorporated because I like authenticity.
Authenticity,
You
bro.
know what I mean? I'm a lot of things. I'm a father. I'm a bub. I'm a whatever the fuck I am, and I gotta answer the phone when my baby's call. Now back to what the fuck I was saying though. Like she started Sonali's character in the Brown Sugar movie. She started every interview with every person in the music industry the same way. How did you fall in love with hip hop? And I felt like since I'm about to be real nosy and get perspectives from barbers who are kind of sort of coming from different generations actually. Because at this point, I feel like if I get called OG in this bitch, I know he does. I mean, so my question to both of you guys, or whichever one can think of an answer first. When did y'all first fall in love with barbering?
Me, I told the story before, but I tell it every time I get a chance. I always had facial hair early. I had facial hair in 9th grade.
Oh, you was one of them.
But probably before 9th grade. I think 8th grade I had stubble, which stubble you think is nothing, but
Yeah, but in 8th grade,
Yeah.
8th grade I had a lot. So
I had like 3 strings.
I was going to the barbershop I had to get it shaped up. I started going to the barbershop, which was it was a 30-minute walk from my house. Started going there. I walked.
Hold up. This nigga must have been nice.
You
You walked 30
minutes?
minutes to the barbershop?
Yeah, that shit was not.
Sure, it's
That shit
the
was
It was not. Matter of fact, hold on, let me think. Was it an hour? Let me think. Was it an hour? Or was it 30? Hold on, let me think.
Wait a minute.
Who was this barber?
Yeah,
Damn.
seriously, I'm trying to think. I don't want to make mess.
You had a Rick Ross in the 8th grade with the walk an hour and shit. Like,
I'm trying to think. I don't want to exaggerate my story, but I really feel like it was a.
Like,
No. It was either an hour or it was a 30.
Dang.
I'm trying to remember. Was it in my head? Was it 30
Either
there,
way,
30
that's
back?
a long ass
I was walking.
Church.
I walked. So we're gonna say 30 for the sake. It was
Yeah, that
30.
make- not make
So
sense.
actually, when I realized I needed to get myself shaped up, because I had the facial hair, I went to this one barber because I had cornrows. Matter of fact, I had cornrows for like 10 years, and you get the shape, but I wasn't
You
even
did
getting
have braids in school.
Yep, I wasn't even really getting it really shaped up like that. And I said, I'm starting to get the shape ups. I went to this old guy who was, we're gonna say he was still 30 minutes. And I remember going over there, and he did cool, but he took forever. No, seriously.
One of them.
You already know.
He was really old, so he couldn't maneuver. I'm talking about it took him for my shape up. It might have took him over an hour.
Bro, yo, that's one of my biggest fears,
I never
bro.
forget that.
God,
So
dang.
then I never went back to him again. I went over to the shop that was, like I said, they're still 30 minutes because they literally is a shopping center, another shopping center. I went over there, linked up with my man Ty Furby. He shaped me up, and I went to him for years. I was going every week. So in we're gonna say from ninth grade up, I was going every single week. I didn't miss a week.
Dang.
He would look out for me because I was young. I had no job. I would just pay him every other week.
Oh,
And
he
he wouldn't hit me with the razor on the week I wasn't paying.
Well,
And the
yeah,
week when I
yeah,
come back
yeah.
around.
You want that
That's
break,
not
you want,
one.
yeah.
and that
If I get a girlfriend next week, you get the razor.
but ever since then, I was like, that's when I was infatuated because I was in the. You gotta think I was in the barbershop every single day. I'm talking about from ninth grade. Should I just start maybe 2 years ago? 2 years ago, we'll say 2. I just stopped going to barbershop every week. I go every 2 weeks now. But for that,
Where do you go?
I go to Travis.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Travis Love.
Yeah, he's actually about to retire. Shout out to Trav. He about to retire.
Yeah, I see. Nigga doing
Yeah.
big numbers.
He
I
just
mean,
sold-
well, numbers I don't know, but
He just
doing
sold his
houses
first property.
and stuff,
He's
yeah.
done.
Sheesh.
March 11th, Trav's done. Shout out.
Don't
to
worry
Trav.
about it. We gonna get there too.
Yeah, man. Listen,
I got questions for that shit too.
Yeah, man. He's retiring, but that's what I'm with now. Ty moved to Atlanta in the midst of it, and I found Trav on some humble shit. Like I was literally scrolling through Instagram, and I remember Trav was always the first one up in the morning. Like he was up 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock posting haircuts
Dang.
and working late. So I'm like,
dude, Trib.
yeah,
That shit
yeah,
is
early.
yo.
yeah. Trav, that's my dog.
I ain't never met him.
For him, man.
Don't even know what the nigga look like.
What do you look like?
Never met
Light
him.
skin,
Yo,
dark
listen,
skin?
yo, I
Never met him.
Trib, you never. I'll shit, yo, Trib. That's my nigga, yo. Listen, he is. When it comes to barbering, when it comes to business, he is the smartest man. Like when I say smartest, he knows how to get his money out of that. That nigga times everything down. I asked Trib, how do you cut so fast and still give a quality? Because he get your haircuts done.
Man, I seen that.
Yeah, I
17
seen that.
minutes.
7
He
minutes.
told me.
some
He
shit.
said at one point he actually recorded himself cutting and then
Broke it down.
and broke it down on that like broke it down. I'm like, yo, he's like, if you had to talk to him to really hear his genius, how he is. Yeah, he's like a scientist. This is Trib, right?
I love that.
This is not his Instagram page. I mean, this is Instagram, but it's not his barber page.
Oh, that's him.
Before.
Yeah.
I never seen that man face.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And that's one of the things that I learned. Well, just not from him, but just looking around the business is, sometimes it's the I always fuck up this word. It's the
Exclusivity.
There we go. Thank you. I always fuck up that word. Too many
Not
syllables.
syllables.
But because it's kind of how you equate celebrities. Like back in the day when they used to always use that like mystique, like before social media. Like you ain't see these motherfuckers unless they wanted you to see them.
Yeah, it's the
I
what
won't
they
say,
say.
if it
Ghost.
wasn't for these pictures, you wouldn't see me
You
at
want to see
all.
that?
Right?
Yeah.
And you know they say you want to make yourself the least available for people. You don't want to make yourself available because you make yourself too
Oversaturate
available.
yourself.
They take
Hold on. I
it.
need you to say that again. Closer to the microphone so these people can hear
You don't want to make yourself too available for people because the more available you are to people, the more they feel they can get to you. You're less exclusive when anybody can get to you.
Thank you for saying that, because I don't know who's gonna watch this, but if y'all ever had the questions of why I don't answer my goddamn phone or why I ain't answer your DMs, it's because there's protocol.
Yup.
Leave me alone.
Use that.
Not just leave me alone, but like especially like if you coming through social media, like My Facebook page says to book your appointment, go here.
So you book
My
it,
my Instagram page says to book, in my bio it says to book your appointment, go here. It doesn't say DM me, it doesn't say call me. So if you feel like that's the best route for you to go, I'm gonna say, okay, I'll catch you when I catch you, because I'm not gonna answer my phone.
Facts.
You can't make me. I'll pay the bill and get on. And more importantly, the reason why I don't have to answer my phone for you people is because my schedule is full already.
Exactly.
The work is done.
Yeah.
We on autopilot at this point. Like,
That's the goal.
yeah,
That's the goal, to be on autopilot.
yeah. So there's my tidbit. Continue. If you have more.
That's really it. So, you know, being in the barbershop every single day, I fell in love with it before I was linked up with Trav. Because me and Trav, I remember we linked up. I was already in it like heavy. We posting pictures and shit. And then I linked up. But I fell in love with it just being at the barbershop. Being around everybody. That shit was love. You come to the barbershop, everybody walking there. And it's like, it was just a family. Yeah, the environment. It was like
Fellowship.
Yeah, man. This shit that went on in there was just funny. And just fun. And I was like, man, I want to be part of this. Because my mother always told me I was going to be a car salesman.
Car salesman.
Because
You
she's
must
like,
talk hella shit.
she's like, I can talk.
Yeah,
I can talk to people, and I can talk you into buying anything.
Damn.
So I ended up,
The gift of gab.
so I ended up being a barber. The family used to say that shit. So I ended up being a barber.
I don't do that. Chris,
Well, for myself personally,
feel free to come a little bit closer to the microphone.
I guess I come from like the next generation, but I come from like humble beginners for real. Like my family couldn't really afford the barbershop, shit like that. My sister would cut me.
Oh wow.
Every
You had,
other week.
whoa. You had
I had the even Steven bald every time.
Yeah.
So when I got to probably about 9 years old, I started to notice like, yo, why my hair always there? Nah, I didn't cut myself at 9, but I was noticing like, yo, why I keep letting this lady cut my hair? Like,
Look at that.
I'm looking crazy
All
out
young
here.
boys' haircuts.
I
Yeah.
ain't getting no girls right now. I'm like, damn, y'all wanna
Did they
be
even shape you up?
no shape up.
Ooh.
No shape up. No
Damn.
shape up. So that continued till I was probably about in 6th grade.
That's a long
Then
time.
my oldest
Kids are
brother,
cruel.
boy. So I had the butterball. You know, I got a big head too. So they were like, "Yo, your head big as shit."
Big ass head.
So, my oldest brother had a pair of trimmers, and he
You
had.
fucked yourself up, huh? Did you?
I did the first time, but I mean, it wasn't that bad. Where I was like, "Oh, I got a nice little shape up. I'm looking cool now." Like, I ain't gotta let my sister. She can still cut around, but I can shape myself up. So, fast forward probably a year after that, when I started shaping myself up, over my uncle's house. My uncle used to live with my grandmother. And he had a clipper set, and they had this big old mirror. We was over west. They had this big old mirror wall. And I just one day I was like, dang, yeah, I want to try to cut myself. I want to try to cut my hair. Try to
How
make
old were
myself
you at
look
this
like
point, Chris?
I was probably about 10, 11. I was young as hell. I was young as hell, bro. Like when I first did a regular, cause I wasn't cutting my hair that often. I did a regular, like I made it even with like a 1 guard, cut it all around, shape myself
What was
up.
your first pair of clips?
What was it? What he had? I ain't gonna say it was Andes. I know it was Andes because it was like that big hard one. And it was like so gray on the front. It's like a
You
gray
remember
joint
your
on the
first
front.
pair of clips?
Huh?
You remember your first pair of clips?
First pair of clips I ever had owned from the barber school, pair of walls.
Really?
Oh,
When I bought the kit. I mean,
Hold up, pause. Hold on to that.
balls.
Go back, Chris.
To which one?
Your first pair of clippers was what?
The Andes.
Andy's what? The trimmers?
The clippers. My trimmers, yeah, the trimmers was the first trimmers I used. Like any clipper I touched was the trimmers. That
Speed
was
Masters?
nope. They was the gray ones, like how we already got. Well, not anymore. We know like the old joints when it was like the flat blade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the T, not
Not
the
the T,
TY.
the regular-
It was a regular blade.
Regular one.
That's what my brother had when he used to bald his head and stuff like that. So that's what I was using. Cut myself at my grandmother's house, and I went in the room like, Grandma, look. I was like, Mama, look. I cut my own hair. She was looking at me like, you old boy, you
At
did a
11?
good job. Yes, bro. She was like, you did a good job.
Look,
I,
shape
I
up.
couldn't shape up
Right,
Yeah, I couldn't shape up the back though, but I had the front tight.
Apparently you still can't, nigga.
My shit was looking crazy.
That
in
boy,
the back.
nigga, yo, I don't know what the fuck he nigga seems like it's so hard to hold a mirror, nigga. Oh, no.
I never did it before. I never had
You never
to.
did
How
yourself
you
a
So,
ever tried to get
When
the
I
mirror?
really started cutting my hair, I would just do like, you never seen the first cut I did, real cut I did myself was the self of France. I tried to do the self of France. Yes.
You bold, nigga.
Oh, that was
bold.
the first cut I ever
Explain
tried.
that to listeners.
Yeah,
Basically, Mohawk. It's like the
Mohawk.
Usher. I always seen Usher with that cut. growing up, I used to have to Google it. Like, damn, yo,
If I remember when I'm editing this video tomorrow, I try to post a picture of myself in France.
Self-France, bro. I could not.
You did it by yourself.
I'm probably
Myself
gonna
in
be
the
hot.
bathroom. I was in there for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know you was there for like 2, 3.
2 hours. I was in there trying to get it right.
Yo,
Hell yeah.
feeding your head, own head.
And I ain't watched no videos. No videos. I just went off like I knew that open, close going to open, so I was just trying it out. It was bad, but
Oh,
You
It sounds like
You
it.
wasn't getting no shape of it for that, so.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could have been any worse. Shit, I was like, damn, I didn't even have a haircut to begin with. And after I kept doing that, I would just keep doing it, and then I got into high school. I
No,
kept,
I don't really drink all liquor like that.
I just kept doing it. And in high school, I tried to get myself a cut with a clipper, try to get myself a shape up in the design.
With a clipper?
With a clipper this time.
Boy.
No knowledge. I ain't had no knowledge. So I was like, I had this big old part in my head. And people, I was in the lunchroom and everybody was like, yo, Chris, what happened to your hair? I said, yeah,
Listen,
I tried to.
listen. I used to get myself shape ups with razor blades.
That's what I started
Like
doing.
I'm talking about like with the big razor blades. Just this right here though.
I used to use the Bics.
Cause I got a peak.
Widow's peak, yeah.
So I'm like, let me get this off here.
I did too.
Like,
My widow
oh,
peak
let me
don't
get the
work
edges.
anymore.
Oh shit, I fucked up.
Fucked up.
Let me, I gotta take this. Let me not do this no more. Like,
And ever since then, I always loved it, bro. Like, I said 11 or 10, 12 is one of them ages. I said, yo, I'm gonna become a barber. And I did not know how I was gonna do it. I was searching when I got out of high school. I was trying to search for barbering schools. Nothing was close. We was still in the city. So I'm like, shit, how am I getting into barbering school?
Hold on, Chris.
Shit.
See, here's the thing. You talk a lot.
Yeah. I
This is a
remember.
show, brother. We gotta pause. I got more questions.
I will.
But nah, like I wanted to ask that question because it be you ever seen having a group of people in the same field. The beginning of it is so different, like because when people ask me like, "How did you become a barber?" Nigga, I never hung out in a barbershop.
Me either.
Never.
I didn't.
I barely went to a barbershop.
Me either.
so
And it wasn't. Hold on, nigga, I'm gonna tell him.
okay.
And it didn't. My sister wasn't cutting my hair. Like I wasn't getting bad haircuts, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try it myself." Like my start was.
The year was.
I don't know the fucking year, but my infatuation started like I got an uncle. I don't have any big brothers.
Right.
And as a kid, you know, like my mother had me fairly young, so I'm in a house. Like when I was little, we in a house. It's me, my mother, my aunt, her daughter, my cousin, of course,
Yeah.
and my 2 uncles. And one of my uncles, that nigga, he not a real barber. I ain't never seen him like in a barbershop ever. But the nigga, he could cut hair.
Damn.
That's who cut my hair. And he would cut. I watch him cut his hair, and I'm like, that shit's cool. Nigga, I could do that shit. He would do. This nigga, whenever he would always switch between the fade and the regular. But when they faded his head, like to put his guidelines, and this nigga would tie a belt around his head. And I was like,
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
me neither.
Sheesh.
But whatever
Belt.
fucking worked. He tied a belt around, and I'm like 7, 8, 9, young as shit.
Watching this
I'm
shit.
just
Like
watching
fade
because-
line or something like that, I assume.
Yeah, to get his guidelines, and I've never seen.
I'm about to say,
I've never seen that since.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never
I
tried
don't
it
think I've ever
myself.
seen it again.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah, like, but like the tech.
imagine that though.
Yeah, but you know how like in a situation where like it ain't about the steps you take, it's about the end result. Really,
Yeah.
the process is cool, but if you
Yep.
if you got the right end result, don't matter. You see how I cut, and I be all over the place with my haircut.
Yep. Piece that
I be,
shit like a
yeah, I be
puzzle.
putting them shits together like a puzzle.
Yep.
So, fast forward, we move. Me and my mother, we move out, blah, blah, blah. She bought a house, and this is that and third. And the separation, like, my uncle got older, of course. I got older. That nigga got more busy, and girls started smelling good to me and shit. And you know what I mean? And,
That's an
and
old word right there.
Yeah,
That's a
like-
phrase right there.
Right.
Girls start smelling
they
good.
started smelling real good, nigga.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, in middle school, they get the development and shit. 6th grade. and-
Hormones.
Yo,
You smelling yourself.
yeah,
now,
nigga.
like-
I started kind of close to the way you started, like in 6th grade. Like, you know, that's when I was like, oh, I need my hair cut,
You had the
nigga.
cool
Started
boy
looking.
cologne and shit.
Yeah, the nigga, I need my hair cut. And I would have to call him like a week in advance for him to come over to cut my hair. Like,
Damn.
and it was pissing me off because I was looking bad. So like after 6th grade or some shit like that, like my my brother and sister's father, he had some trimmers. He was the prettiest nigga alive. Because I would see him and that bitch clipping his hair, lining himself up.
Getting right.
Slick Rick.
Yeah, like,
That's what he was?
he was the prettiest nigga
Rick.
alive. Like, that nigga would pick every little hair and
Get
and
right.
then go to the barbershop. I'm like,
He not exaggerating.
yo, dead
Rick
ass nigga.
was slick
Yeah, so,
with the hard bottoms.
yeah, so like,
Flex.
somewhere in that summer, between 6th and 7th grade, I started like shaping myself up. Because nigga, I'm outside every day now.
Yeah.
I would grab his clippers, just clean my little shit up, and then I progressively went further with it. And then Christmas came, and my aunt asked me like, "What you want for Christmas, Nephew? I want some clippers."
Boom. That's how
Boom. She bought me some clippers. I saved up a couple dollars, bought me some real trimmers, the little beige T edgers, I think, from Anders.
Yep. I ain't talking about.
Yeah, they was my first pair of trimmers, and I saved up my little $45 and went and bought. I walked to the shopping center about a half hour, and I bought them shits. And I came back home, nigga, my shit stayed fresh. It was so bad, and this was in seventh grade, so like right after Christmas, I never ever needed a haircut. They're like, "How you keep your shit so fresh?"
That's when niggas was asking me how.
Yeah, and then that shit bubbled into shape ups and shit in the
In the
kitchen.
basement.
$5, nigga, chicken box, nigga,
And
summertime.
Cartelio, he never cut my hair in the basement because I had like braids.
niggas
or
had hair back
hair,
then.
so yo, I need to shape up. Boom,
You right.
in the basement.
I always want to put ashes in my wine.
I know, I seen y'all.
I fucked up.
Yeah, and that's how it grew. Like for me, like and when I went to barber school in whenever the fuck I went to barber school, what 2010, 2009, I think probably.
I thought it was earlier than that. Maybe I say
No, because I started in the steel mill in 08, and like I was there for like 6 months, and niggas was talking about layoffs. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So I got to talking to one of my coworkers, and I'm like, I mean, if you want to, if you get laid off and you want to go to school or some shit, they'll pay for damn near everything. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, the only thing I would want to do is maybe go, I'm gonna get my barber license or some shit like that, because it was just always a couple extra hours to me. It was never. I never thought about cutting hair for
you didn't
it.
foreshadow where you are at.
Yeah, like I never thought to be a barber. Like
Yeah.
it was just
I don't think any barber back then really thought that the money that he could make because it wasn't being really made like that.
and
Not around you. It
That was
like,
my-
Social media is
yeah,
it's
and,
a great thing for barbers.
yeah, and ironically, I remember when I was young like that. Like my mother asked me what I wanted to do when I grow up. I'm like, I'm gonna just be a barber.
Yeah.
I told her that, and she laughed at me.
My mother
Why the
was-
fuck would you want to do that? Why you? And I'm like, the narrative changed years later when I was paying her mortgage. But like, it was like barbering is not like the ideal career for nobody,
Laughed at.
especially back in those days
Back then it was-
where
I did my-
haircuts was.
I did my senior project on barber.
Me too.
Yeah, I did my senior project on barber.
Was it an entrepreneurship class or something like that? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what mine was in.
They just would make, at the end of the year, they always
Personal
make
project.
basically what you want to do.
Mhm.
So I did mine on barber. And I actually did it with the guy Ty. And that's I don't know, I just like the fact of being around people. Now I'm a person, I work by myself.
I don't even like people.
I like to work by myself now, but
You know, I had a dude ask me that shit one time, like, Corey, you're not really a people person, are you? I'm like, nah, not really. Nah, fuck you a barber. I'm like, cause I'm good at it. The fuck? I don't need to talk that much, really.
And here's
How
the
you want
part
your head?
about that shit right here. He wasn't even a talker either. Until one day I was in the chair getting a haircut. He's like, yo, I want to start a podcast. I was this nigga like, yo, you don't even like talking.
Yo, my whole life is a contradiction, really. Like, my
Okay.
professional life is a
It-
contradiction
it-
to my own personality.
Like, what should the name be? What should the name be? I'm the namesake. Cuts and shit. And here we are.
Yeah, like,
There you go, proceed.
it's like that. We went from that conversation to a couple days later. Yo, for some reason I was thinking about podcast. You shouldn't name it cuts and shit. I'm like, I can't put shit in the title. like I can't put
62 and counting episodes.
yeah, like I
later,
can't put shit in the title. And then like as I kept thinking about what the fuck the name it, like when I really decided to really pursue this podcast and shit, I'm like, hey, fuck it, we just gonna go cut some shit. Like that's the only thing I can think
That's
of.
the shit. That's tough.
Yeah, but like with that barbering and shit, like I never looked at it as a viable option for a career until layoffs and shit started coming, and then so I went to barber school, they paid for it, then I dropped out, then I went back, then I dropped out again.
I know what you're talking about.
I ain't finished barber school.
I dropped out twice.
I dropped out twice, nigga. I
think I came there the one I was Dundalk, right?
Yeah.
I think I came there and got a cut from you or some shit. like that
never
one time.
finished.
Damn.
I think when my last attempt to go back, I said, look, I'm trying to come back. That's when I decided to take the shit serious.
Mhm.
And I was like, I was trying to get an apprenticeship with Joe, but he was playing around. I'm like, man, fuck, I'm just go back to school. I called them business. They said I had like 217 hours. I'm like, I'm not coming at this to do 900 hours.
Damn.
That's so much money gone.
All right.
And at this point, like, I'm building. So then he said, you know, we'll do an apprenticeship and shit like that.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I mean, barber school only really teaches you the basics. I tell people all the time when they ask me how important barber school is. I tell them it's very important, but it's only the basics.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
Remember
suck,
I told you that?
you're gonna suck ass when you get out. It's just end of story. If you only experience you ever had was barber school, you're gonna suck when you get out. But I tell people this too: if your only experience was not having barber school, you'll lack. A lot of people lack the professionalism that comes along with barber school. Gives you structure, so it's like it's the foundation of everything. So I went straight barber school. I didn't do an apprenticeship, and I did. I bluffed for a long time. I was there the whole time. I didn't stop going, but I was only going like 3 days a week, and I didn't take it that serious.
Like
when I was
3
there.
hours.
That shit was just like it was like
It was
high
fun.
school. Just high school. Played around. And it was like fuck.
Leave, see ya.
Yeah, my hours came. It was time to get out of that motherfucker, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta take it serious. When I got in the shop, boys, it's like throwing somebody on the highway.
So you went
To the wolves.
So did you do it like the right way, or like not? When I say the right way, like, because when I was before I dropped out the second time, I was already cutting in the shop.
No,
Like part time. Did you?
So
do
I had
math, or
I did. So everybody know me. Well, my close friends. I had a little shop in my basement called the Boom Boom Room.
Okay.
My mother let me use it was like the size of this shit, and I got a desk. You know, like you know how people used to have a computer desk to pull out.
Yeah.
That was my station. I had a chair that I bought from Larry. Larry had sold me a fucking chair.
of error?
Bullshit you.
Good guy.
It wasn't a bullshit job. It wasn't a bullshit chair, but it was a $100 chair. So
One
I
of
had
the
that.
older ones with
So
the
I was
ashtray probably on it.
Yeah, I was cutting my friends, but the barbershop, as soon as my last day of graduation, or you know, whenever you finish your hours, I went to the barbershop. I still had like fucking a month to take my test. So I went straight there I went straight there into the shop, and that shit was cool. I thought I was gonna fail my test first time. I remember taking my test.
Which one? The practical or the theory?
Theory. I went theory, fucked up. So I was supposed to take them both the same day. Came late, was late, picking up my homeboy. So I didn't get to take my practical. I went to take the theory. I finished the theory. I walk out, talk to the guy. As soon as I say to him, I said, hey, when can I schedule my other date? Because I know I failed. That's the first thing I said. He was like, what? You gonna wait? I'm like, listen, yo, just schedule my other date, yo. He was like, yo, you passed, yo. I'm like, for real?
See, that's the difference. Like, because when what year did you get your license?
Don't ask me because I don't know.
But if it was right at the ball, so I'm saying, if I'm gonna just estimate, say 2010.
I'm terrible with years. I mean,
I'm gonna just
terrible
estimate and say 2010.
Yeah, we're going. I'll say 2010.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
But
estimate.
I got it as soon as I finished school. I can tell you that it wasn't that long after. I got it right away.
Oh, and and the difference in testing when I took mine, like I legit just got my license like 3 years ago.
For real?
Yeah.
So was it easier? Well, you
I don't know, but I knew I passed immediately. Like I took it on the computer.
At home or there?
There.
Yeah, that's what I did. It's the computer. So I did the computer shit, and you know, it was like I do tell people this: when you take the test, most important part of the test is the coloring. Sanitation.
State laws.
The coloring used to be more than 25% of the test.
Damn.
So if you got that, usually say if you failed that, you probably failed the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
So I'm telling you, man, sign me up with your next date. He's like, hold on, man.
The one that got me was the state laws. Because they're not in the Milady's book.
No, they're not.
So you gotta go do extra you gotta do extra research and to study this actual, like I had to go on Maryland State. Yeah, I went on there because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't passed that practical. Well, I didn't pass that theory until my 4th try.
For real?
Yeah, because I was 10 years removed from barber school, and when I went, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just see what I know.
Wing it.
But
I got like a 53. I'm like,
what did you get, 70 something to pass?
70.
70 to pass. And I remember, I'm telling you, it's like, I'm like the multiple choice king. You know, multiple choice.
I love those types of tests.
I'm probably like, seriously, like I get
I'm bad
multiple
at
choice. If I was to give somebody a multiple choice test, I probably would fuck everybody up because most multiple choice tests run as the first two of those questions don't have nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So once you find the two that don't matter, it's
Process of elimination.
I would fuck everybody up because I would make every fucking one hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally was at one point, I was like, that makes no sense, that makes no sense. Take that. And that shit ended up where I couldn't believe it. Like, fuck it, I passed it.
Like, fuck it, I ain't gonna argue
And
with
then
it.
thrown in the shop and was, man, I'm fucking niggas up left and right.
I got
sorry, my bad.
I gotta interject real quick because one of the most important things for me in my life is growth and progression. And I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast like a week or two ago.
What platform is he on now? I
I
know he's
listen to him on
left.
Apple. He's still on Spotify. He's just not exclusive on Spotify.
Okay,
I listen to him on
I
Apple.
want to listen to. I like because he's funny.
I listen to him on Spotify, or mostly I listen to him on Apple.
Okay,
But
I know he's on something else besides Apple. Is it like?
It's all platforms for the most part. Or you can watch it on YouTube.
Certain days will be like, you're gonna get it late.
Mm-hmm.
You won't get it the day it comes out is like Spotify, and then YouTube is like Thursday. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, because YouTube is a whole nother pain in the ass.
You don't get
and I
the-
don't want to talk about that.
You don't get the visuals until 3 days later.
Yeah, well, I still got videos processing from like 6 months ago. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why. YouTube is I don't know, whatever. But I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and it was an interesting, I guess, segment in the show. I can't remember what show it was, but they were talking about the fact that only maybe, let's say if it's 100,000 podcasts, I don't know, just for the sake of numbers on the planet, it's 100,000. Only 10 to 15% of them actually get paid.
Dang.
Only 10 to 15% of these content creators actually see some revenue. And one thing that I like to highlight is doing a podcast is not as easy as it sounds. It's hard to come up with these topics. It's hard to schedule episodes. It's hard to get these videos edited. It's hard to do all this other shit. So, in my opinion, I feel like more people should be in a position to monetize their content. So with this new announcement, I did some research. And if you're a fan of the show and you would like to support the show, you can now support us. Just take your time and go to Patreon. That's Patron .podbean podbean.com/KNS. Become a patron of the show, support the show, help us grow.
There you go. Support the show, help us grow.
There's my announcement. Forward progression.
To infinity.
Keep it moving.
And
Support
beyond.
the show. Let's get more wonderful guests on here and all that other good stuff, and we can get better visuals, better microphones, better everything. And
Upgrades.
maybe I can stop cutting hair so much. Let's keep it a buck.
Only it's exclusivity.
Look,
like
nigga, hold
myself,
up,
like,
because if I gotta be dramatic and all this other shit, I can just simply do this. I don't want to cut hair all day. Look at this shit, cuz this is beeping.
That bitch beat.
You stay on this motherfucker all day and you might get tired. So send me some money. That's my leg, motherfuckers. This is the other one. See the boots? They match.
Bionic Bob.
Bionic Bob, and then one of the hardest working motherfuckers alive. And I don't want to do it no well. That's neither here. It's not that I don't want to do it. I just want to be in a position to have my leg off a little bit more so I can talk to y'all a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
So now I'm going to get back to the regular episode, and that was my commercial, nigga.
Yeah.
Supporting it. I want to actually be able to pay Sean.
So like, I'm here for the shit.
I'm not here for the money.
Yeah,
Right?
but no, it's not about the money. But you know, it's
If it comes,
content is king nowadays. You know what I mean?
Its content is king.
And speaking of
Sounds
content
like a
being
shirt.
king,
That do sound like
one of the dopest things that I've noticed about Mr. Nate here is the fact that he takes great pride in the content that he pushes out on social media. And me personally, I would love to be that meticulous with that type of stuff. Because me personally, I'm not going home to edit video.
That shit's a fucking.
Yo, like it's a job, yo, and how do you keep that going? What keeps you motivated to keep pushing out high quality content? Because I seen your new setup. You got swinging fucking cameras and shit and ring lights off the wall.
He gonna be surprised at the answer I give him. You ready?
I'm waiting.
You.
Oh!
Damn! What's it, what?
I wait for something else.
My man said your ass.
You.
That's an ultimate compliment right there.
Man, trying to make me cry, cuz. Like,
That's
what's
a
going
compliment right
on?
there.
Hold up,
Where the
damn.
claps at, nigga? Where the claps at?
Hold up, press that button, damn it,
It's,
goddamn it.
You.
How so?
Because you see people doing stuff, And I tell people, you know, you got different variants. You got people that hate, and they want. And if I see you doing something, I see, oh, you out there doing it. Man, fuck this nigga. I see what you doing. I don't like that shit. And you got somebody be like, oh, I see you doing that. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
I've always been a person that was like, I like that, respect, shake my hand, but I'll be right back. And I just see it. I see, you know, it's a couple guys, and I say you definitely because I'm here. You, it's another guy I give a shout out. I was with Silk. Man, you guys.
Man, that boy be doing his thing.
Listen, it's crazy thing. You think I'm a content creator?
Yeah.
I'm actually about to go sit with Silk next week and sit
Yeah,
down.
I seen you was on his
Yeah, I gotta go
show.
sit with this nigga. I'm sitting down with this nigga. I said, listen,
What, in the
motherfucker,
shot? Did you a shadow him?
No, I would. It's just he just is a fucking motherfucker. He just. I don't know how he does it. Like you said, you think I would. It's like you asking me shit. I want to ask him how the fuck he doing it. Because that shit is, yo.
Shout out to Silk the Barber, yo. I like to, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I like to, you know, go off the moniker as the hardest working barber alive. But that nigga?
That motherfucker, yo.
I just like to
Hey,
say it
Silk,
because I feel super and
when
I
you
got
see
one
this-
leg, nigga, but that nigga ain't be working.
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna. And I tell him real quick, we can get back on topic real quick. I want to say what I told him one time. Not that I thought he was bluffing, but you know, sometimes we just
It's
push it
different
out.
when you see it.
Man, I seen the nigga told, I said, boy, how? But you know, it's funny, we see stuff. I ask you the same, like, how do people, I mean, what the fuck, you a warrior. You're a fucking warrior. Like, how are you able to get up every day to fucking, you know, with that? Like,
Every day.
Right, motherfuckers can't do that shit. That's adversity. So you always look at somebody from the outside, and it's admiration. So I see that shit. So I gotta, back when I say you because I see it. And I'm like, oh, all right, motherfucker, I mean,
You should have saw him.
He's I'm gonna go harder then.
I'm gonna go back.
I'm crying watching this video back, nigga. I promise I'm gonna cry.
I'm
I ain't gonna do it now.
Hold on, bitch, shut up. Like,
Nah, let me hold it.
I'm gonna go back a bit if I can.
Fires. That bitch ready to smoke out. This
I put-
smoke out.
Oh, I'm about
No,
to
it's
say,
on the-
fire away, nigga. Like,
It's good now.
but I'm gonna go back to when he was in the hospital during his situation or whatnot.
Mhm.
All he could talk about and
Let's cut.
think about was getting back to
the
this,
Mm-hmm.
to the shot. I got a video. I think I still got a video where everybody is like around your bed and you giving it like.
That was when I first came out of surgery. That
Yep.
last surgery. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the video. I never sent it to you.
Don't.
I hope I still got it.
Don't send me that shit.
But like you was giving the breakdown and like basically not the undertone. I gotta get back. Period. That was it. I gotta get back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all he kept saying. And for you to say, what's your reason? Well, to answer his question, is your reason to go as hard as you do in content and stuff like that? And you say him,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate
You
you.
don't know how hard that is. I want to cry, yo. I'm gonna cry when I watch this video.
Yo,
That's
for
a
real.
Because yo, that shit, like, when I woke up, yo, it was like everybody was around me crying and shit, and I'm looking at them like, what the fuck wrong
Like you
with
did or something.
Real
Like,
shit.
fuck,
Real
am I dead?
shit. Real
Am I
shit.
dead?
That speech I gave is, you motherfuckers must don't know me.
This ain't stopping shit.
Like, listen, the day of your surgery, your father called me.
I know, I told him to call everybody on my phone.
His father called me, and his father was like crying. I said, whoa, what's up? He said, Corey is, opting to get his leg cut off. It wasn't the doctor's choice, it was his choice right there. So when his father called, I thought it was something worse.
Mm-hmm.
But when he said Corey opted to get his leg cut off, I automatically knew.
What he was thinking.
I automatically knew that shit.
I got shit to do.
I got to get
That's what he
moving.
said. I got shit to do. That's another shirt. I got shit to do. Content is king. They coming
What's up,
soon.
I'm sorry.
That's
I gave my father a whole speech to post on Facebook that day. Well, I didn't know he was gonna post this fucking speech.
Did he do it? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of shared it on my anniversary day,
Okay.
but I didn't know he was gonna post that. Like, I knew he was gonna post a picture.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I learned, like, over the years, like, stepping into a position, when I took over as an owner, it changed my whole life, and it changed my whole perspective on a lot of things, because I don't like to call myself above, unless I'm talking shit. I mean, unless I'm talking shit.
It's always a good balance.
Yeah,
it's okay to flex.
But realistically, I like to consider myself a leader, yeah? Like, I'm not, I mean, Chris here with me almost, I would like for you to work more, but.
You know I like.
Yeah, but like, Chris see it all day, every day with me.
6 days
I
a
don't
week.
come in here talking that shit. Like, I come in here saying, nah, nigga, you be great.
Mhm.
No, why the fuck she not here? She's supposed to be being great.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm stressing.
are you gonna be great today? That's the type of shit I'm on because I if anything, like, I don't have no desire to be a fucking motivator. I have no desire to be an inspiration to anybody. My desire, realistically, is to show people I'm strong as a son of a bitch and ain't nothing gonna stop me.
Yes. You want to clap for that right there?
Thanks.
Because when you go through life and you learn certain shit, you learn like, oh, yo, because I told niggas like, this shit ain't about me.
Right.
This leg shit is the doctors came out, cussed them motherfuckers out. This ain't how the show was supposed to go.
Supposed to be going home.
I told them get the fuck out my face. Like them niggas talking about they can fix my leg. You niggas talking about cutting my shit off. You get the fuck out. And it's like they did that shit on some. To me, it was some wild shit because it's like my father was in there with me that morning, and he left.
That's when they went to
10 minutes later, them niggas walking there talking about, yeah, we can cut your leg off today. We got time. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
gonna
they
do it.
Like to summarize it, that's how they brought it to me. Like, we got time to cut your fucking leg off today if you want us to. What? Get the fuck out my face. Like the plastic surgeon said, we gonna try to fix this bitch. The cardiovascular surgeon came in and said, like, nigga, even if they fix it, you still wouldn't end up with fucking cripple. Because whatever they gonna be able to do is just gonna be a band-aid. And when he said that shit, I looked at my father, and for some reason, like, this nigga started talking and shit. And he like, I'm like, because honestly, like, I knew my leg was gone a couple days before I even got the surgery.
Dang.
But it was like everybody in the hospital trying to be optimistic and saying prayers and saying this is gonna work out. I started to believe that shit.
He's some false hope.
But then at the surgery number 3, it was like, maybe not.
My bad.
At the surgery number 4, it was like, I don't know. Surgery number 5, I'm like, this shit is getting exhausting now. I keep getting cut the fuck open and I'm losing my voice. I had like 6, 7 surgeries in 10 days, nigga. I was exhausted at that point. I wanted to go the fuck home. I missed my kids. After I kicked them people out the room, me and my father had a conversation. He talking about some guy that he grew up with that had a prosthetic for years and he didn't even know it. And then I'm thinking all the time, like, cause a few days before, as I'm laying in my bed, high as a fucking kite, I don't know what them drugs was. I was high as a bitch. Somehow I'm looking at like prosthetics and shit. Like I remember doing that shit because I already had it in my brain. Like this shit ain't gonna go good. For some reason, like I just felt it in my spirit that this shit wasn't gonna go good. Like I felt like I was gonna leave that bitch without my leg. And when they came in there, like this day was like the last resort. Like it was either get cut the fuck open again, just to get the fuck cut back open again.
Again, same cycle.
That like those how I looked at my choices. It was like get cut open one more time and go the fuck home in a couple days and get back to business. That's all I thought about, yo. And when I woke up from that surgery, them niggas crying and shit. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? I ain't in pain no more. I'm good.
Right. That bitch gone.
Yeah, like I was in pain, yo. That shit hurt, yo. 10 days straight, all day, every day. On drugs, I'm high as a bitch. I'm telling my father, call the Avengers so Tony Stark can make me a leg. I was high, nigga.
Call the Avengers.
Yo, it's so many people in my room that and the nurses was like, people love you. I'm like, yeah. And then there's certain people in the room like, Corey, you alright? I'm high. No, they get on your nerves, ain't they? Yeah, I wanted to leave, but I don't want to be alone, so I'm gonna just sit here and gaze at the fucking sky or the TVs and shit while they're congregating and fucking crying and shit. And I'm just waiting for my bath because I'm laying here in my dirt. It was disgusting. Like I wanted to go home, you know? Like the only thing I could think about was going home and picking up where the fuck I left off.
That was it.
Because
that's the video I got.
Yeah, because at that point, when I say I felt like in my brain, nigga, I just put out a platinum album or some shit. Like, yeah, looking at, for me personally, where it started and where it's going now, I never expected none of this shit. It wasn't even a desire for me. it was literally forced in my lap when I got laid off, and every job I had fucking sucked, and I was like, you know what, these people stupid. I'm tired of working for these dumb motherfuckers. I'm getting a little bit better, and I was always cutting part time. I'm getting better with this shit, so I was probably making like 3 to maybe 500 part time.
Went from the barber waiting to the clients waiting.
Yeah, I slept in that
He showed
Real
the
shit.
class
I
with
slept in that bitch.
Chris, you should have seen it.
I slept in that bitch.
I was there like
all
every
day,
day.
nigga.
I was there every day.
And I tell you all the time, like my motto was every person that's in the show, I'm gonna cut the fuck out of them.
And Chris,
Because
like,
at that point, it's my only option.
and like you'll come up. ain't gonna
So
go
much
to the beat.
faster than mine, nigga.
Well, that
You
right
got
there-
a cheat code having me.
That's
To
the
be honest.
I'll say, because like I said, like, I was there from the humble beginnings of him cutting to the alley, to him leaving, what was it, not BG&E, from the you know,
Stillman.
from Wax, can I get a cut? Boom. From getting my hair cut from the other guy, to him fucking up. I'm like, yo,
And
man.
then I'm always there.
And he's always there. I'm like, oh no. Yo, I need the Sean Berry one. He know what that is. Oh, I want the Sean Berry two. He know what that is. Only get my hair cut two different ways. Two different ways. Or I may do something special like I did today and shit. Like never, but he knows what it is. So it made sense. And the
Not
jewels,
even gonna lie.
the jewels that you got from him and how you moving along and you became a sponge and everything he was just leaking, you soaked it up. And how you building your clientele and shit like that. Keep doing that shit, man. I ain't no barber, but I like my geometry straight. And he keeps it on point.
On point.
I tell people all the time, Chris, one of my biggest motivations. Like, real talk, like, I won't say not just motivation, but he's like a trophy for me. Because to know everything all the time that I put in to learn all this shit, to know it works, nigga.
What is it? That's
Blueprint.
your validation. What would you say that? Like your validation?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
But like,
validating
this
your
ain't
way
how it
work.
was supposed to go.
His blueprint.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about me no more.
Okay.
Blueprint don't
Okay.
work. Blueprint
Very
don't work
selfless
without
God, nigga. This ain't about me.
Oh, nigga, like
It ain't about me. It's about the people the people's lives that I can positively affect.
Right, so you say it's not about you, but it is about
But it ain't
you.
about talking about the shit. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just
want to
saying.
do it. You talk about
Like
it.
I said, when I first started trying to barber, right, I was working at my first
This
job.
is funny. Go ahead.
This is hilarious, right? I was working at my first job. I got fired because they tried to say I stole something, which they lied. And I was
Did you
working
do
at
it
this
too?
little. I didn't steal it. I mean, I took something, but I didn't steal it.
That.
So
I didn't steal that item that they said I stole. But so at the second job I was working, it was on Towson. It was like, yeah, to knock on people's doors, like energy.
Oh, you one of them?
You one of them niggas?
I was one
Well,
of
that
them
was no
niggas,
motherfucker.
I
bro.
never answered the door for you.
But I grinded with that shit for a week though.
You actually make money with that shit? Like
It's
like,
possible because like you said, I can talk. I know how to fucking talk,
okay.
Yes.
nigga. If I can catch you at that door, I'm talking to you.
Like if you open the
Like, wait a minute
door.
now. Don't you
Yeah, I was
know
like, hey,
how
how
you
you
start
doing,
like that?
I had that monologue down in a week, bro. No, like 2 days. I had that shit down packed. They had
Fast forward to how you got hired.
fast forward how I got hired. So I was still doing that shit, and I was on Instagram and I seen the guy Corey. I was following Corey. That was the first barber page I ever followed. First barber page I ever followed. I never followed no other barbers. Never.
What? You never told.
I never.
Did you
followed.
wait for this shit to tell me that?
I never followed
Give me
any
claps, give me claps.
barbers ever. This was the first barber I ever followed. I was like, yo, this nigga nice as a bitch. I was like, damn, yo. I showed Olivia when I was, my big my girl. I was like, damn, I wish I knew yo. Like, I'm trying to get up in that shop. I swear to God, no lie. So he had posted that same day he got in an accident. I was like, damn, what's going on?
Emotional.
That same day he posted that he's looking for a barber apprentice. He looked for a barber first. I was like, fuck. But I read it more, said apprentice too. So I was like, oh shit.
I was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital with that shit. I didn't know though.
I was
texted
at
him.
work, nigga. I never turned off.
He told me to text the guy Jabbar, which was his used to be his partner and shit. So I was like, yeah, the guy KB sent me your number. I waited 2 days for his reply. He said, yeah, let me call you on your lunch. Talk fast forward. I get to the shop. Corey comes probably the first week. What, the first week I was there? Was the first 2 weeks? First something like that. Nigga, Jabbar threw me into the damn pit. Nigga, I ain't know what the fuck was going on. My first day in, he said, yeah, you get the cutting. I'm like, I set my station. I'm like, shit. I don't really know shit. I ain't cut my hair, my nephews and shit. So, you know, I'm just winging it. Like, I'm trying to fade these kids shit out. Shit ain't turning out right. I'm just like, shit. Take me an hour and 30
how
minutes.
long was you
An
in-
hour
hold
and
up.
30 minutes on one kid.
How long was you in here before I pulled up that day?
I was
It
in,
had to be like a week or maybe.
it had to been a week. It was early. It was,
No, this shit was so funny, right? Because I was in rehab at that point. And they was like, we're gonna go on a field trip. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean we going on a field trip? Like, we just gonna take you outside to see how, you know, you maneuver this and the third. Where would you like to go? My barber shop. Like, nigga, I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go see nobody. I wanted to go straight to my shop. Because I was out of it for so long. That's how I knew that this shit is really a love for me. I didn't want to do nothing else. And I probably should have went to go see my kids. Probably, like, the reason why, I didn't go see my kids because they came to see me like a day or two before that at rehab. So I was like, I seen them, I seen my babies now. I gotta go see my other baby.
Yep. Done.
I wanted to come to the barber shop, nigga. I said, no, I want him to cut my hair.
Bro, I think my heart was in my
Hold up,
ass.
nigga. But the funny thing about it is when I first walked in, I was like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, her.
I was high, nigga.
This,
He was the wrong barber.
Oh,
I was
shit.
the one that texted him.
I okayed the wrong barber, yo.
Oh shit.
I was supposed
And
to
I
be-
didn't know it until I came that day.
Yo, you okay the wrong person?
I promise you, I'll say his name. It was a dude on, I don't know if any of y'all thought it was a dude named Crispy Mario.
I know he is. I talked to him.
Cause he reached out to me when I posted that shit too. And I thought I was coming here to see that nigga.
Talk about fake, Chris.
Yeah, like,
Hey, that's what I say. It was had to be
and when he came, when I looked, I was like,
He did look at me weird as shit. I'm looking at him like,
that's not the guy. But whatever, nigga. You cut my hair. You here now. I had to have basically close him to the whole. He was shaking his shit.
I was nervous. Like,
You know I'm Corey, right? Like,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh God, this is quick. This is KB. This is my first time meeting this nigga, and he was mean as shit. He was mean as a motherfucker." I said, "I text my girl, I don't like this nigga right now. This nigga mean as fuck." I couldn't get a smile, nothing. I was
It's a
like,
barber boot camp in this bitch. I know, because that's one of my goals. Like, even when I really decided I wanted to own the barbershop, one of the things that I started doing was I started investing in my career. I started taking classes, started going to shows, seminars and shit like that. And one of the things I came up on is, if you want your shop to be the shop you want it to be, or if you want the people in your shop to be who you want them to be in this business, you got to fucking help them.
Yeah.
Because one of the mistakes that I made early on with Chris, and that's why he's my validation, is because he taught me just as much as I taught him. Because my thing was, this nigga's terrible. Like, I want to fire him.
Yep.
I wanted to fire this nigga like 42 times. People in here say him like, maybe you should start coming once a week to work with him. I'm like, I'm not. If I ain't cutting, I ain't coming. Like, I'm not coming.
Sitting around?
Yeah, like, I'm not coming to this motherfucking jumping around and shit. Like, I ain't doing that. I ain't crutches and shit. But then, as I started getting more comfortable with moving around, I would pull up maybe once a week.
Yep.
And I would do evil shit. Like, I would sit, if Chris's chair is right where he's sitting, I would sit right there.
Yeah.
But far away enough to see everything.
Watch.
And I would be on my stool or something. I roll up this bitch.
Stay close.
Yeah, fix that shit. Like, you cannot let this leave out of here. Nigga, open up that blade. And I did that shit. It was bad.
lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
But it worked. It's never with no malicious intent. Like, nigga, I'm doing this. This helping you more than it's helping me.
some
If
purpose.
and that's we spoke on that before. That I realized. Chris helped me realize that. My purpose really, even though it was a goal for this to become a learning environment where everybody can teach each other and this, that, and the third, it became a goal for me to do my part in helping them grow. Because the name on the door.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know the name of my motherfucking barbershop. All you know that's Corey shop.
Yep. That's
Don't go to Corey shop. That's all I could think of. So if I let this bad haircut leave out of here, and I finally got somebody in here that will listen to me. I finally got somebody here that listen to me.
Yeah.
And as Chris learned and as Chris progressed, and he would say shit got that from you. Good, nigga. I'm glad you listened. But I literally it's been a little bit over 2 years, and I literally watched this man life change.
Yep.
Once I convinced him to quit his job, nigga was off to the races.
But I was scared as
Which
hell.
leads to my next
I was
question.
nervous.
which leads to my next question. This is specifically for Nick, because you knew, Nick. I know what your breaking point was, me.
Yeah, ain't no lie.
Like,
I was nervous as hell.
at what point in your career did you, I don't know, like, did the light bulb go off and say, nigga, I got it?
I got it.
Like when, like the biggest change, in the direction in your
Meaning like
trajectory, I guess.
Where I'm at right now, what changed me?
Yeah, like coming from where you started. What was the? For me,
it was
one
stages.
specific thing. Yeah,
It was stages for me. It was.
I'm about to be a barber, man. Fuck y'all.
Hey man, I don't have a chair open soon.
This is what?
I went through
Push him in
stages.
between me and Chris.
I went through stages of going through stuff that made me that elevated every time. Like my first stage was, getting into the shop. The shop was the worst nigga in there. I remember talking shit to my homeboy.
That first seat.
I was talking shit to my homeboy before I was cutting. I said, man, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, this, and that. Man, I got in there.
And
I was
humble pie
bullshit.
hit the shit.
Yeah, when you first
Right.
when you first in the shop, you think you done nice.
Man, listen, I had the nigga, my dog, Big Chuck, 6'4", 500-pound nigga, could cut his ass off. He talk shit. Funniest nigga you ever met in your life. Talk shit. He'll tell you shit. Like, your haircut come walking out bullshit, he gonna tell you and the customer that his shit bullshit.
I like that type of energy.
Chuck will tell you, and it was a barbershop, and Chuck was telling me, and I got tired of that shit. I'm like, yo,
Losing builds character.
that shit.
Yes.
Chuck making jokes every day. If a fade fucked up, he gonna tell you like, boy, you flew a plane to that nigga head, boy, you a terrorist out here. He'll call you a fade terrorist. I mean, he's a
fade terrorist.
Yeah, he do shit in front of everybody, but he love you because he'll call you on and he'll tell you later on, like, boy, look, you gotta do this. But Chuck gonna talk shit. So I was like, fuck it. I said, I can't. I'm good.
I'm good.
I told Chuck, I said, look.
I gotta do it because it's weird.
I said, Chuck, I said, I gotta get better. And I said, fuck it. That's when I started watching videos. I had every DVD.
UC University.
And then once, I know so many barbers because it was like that, during that breaking point time, I wouldn't seen every barber. I probably know, at one point I probably knew every barber in Baltimore because I went to their shop and I wouldn't talk to them. Like I built a lot of relationship with older barbers because I was going to see them. I was at their shop talking to them. I mean, I'm talking about OGs in the game that everybody remember. Like you got guys like Earl and Ronald and L Rock and just guys that have names.
Can I make a confession? I don't know these people.
For real?
I'm not the networking
So
barber.
they're not. These guys they're not networking guys, but just here's another thing that probably put me into that world. The barbershop I grew up in, it wasn't a younger barbershop. These guys were 30, so they weren't old, but they were like seasoned. So they out in the street. So these guys I'm hearing about these other barbers while I'm sitting there. So maybe that's why I knew them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean I can go tell a barber they probably never heard of Earl. Earl, if people know, Earl is the airbrush everybody uses.
Yeah.
When they use it, that's Earl.
Oh,
Universally, everyone knows that Earl is the person who brought the barbers. I mean, it's probably conversation niggas say this person and this, because it's like a group of four. Earl is the first person to know to do that shit. The airbrush, with what's his name? It was nobody else that was doing it except Earl. Nobody. Earl was the one who brought it. I don't know. We don't know where Earl got it from. Earl was the first one that everybody wanted to know. So we go back. First phase, I said, man, I had to get better. So I had to become the best person in the shop.
Yes, sir.
Chuck left. Chuck's gone. So then it's me. I'm the guy in there. My dog Hashim, cool guy. Hashim had so many clientele. He just got. When I met Hashim, I thought Hashim was there for like 10 years. Hashim was like, Nate, I was only there a year before you. I mean, he had more clientele than anybody in the shop because Hashim was
a high volume shop.
It's a very high volume shop. Hashim introduced everybody. He told me when you talk to kids, no matter it's yes sir, man, kids, everybody. So he was very professional. Hashim left. Said Nate, and me and him built a friendship. I didn't even know he was going to do it. One of the best things he ever did for my life. He was like, Nate, I'm going to Jamaica, whatever he was going. He's like, yeah, but I did something for you. Every single client I got, I'm sending to you.
Sheesh.
Yo,
send me every
I got a similar story for you, but go ahead.
Send me every single client.
Right?
Send me every single client. But here go a crazy thing. Fast forward. Hashim was such a good person. Hashim moved back into the States. Texted all his clients, I'm back. Every one of his clients came back to him.
Damn.
I didn't care. I mean, I already had my clients for his clients that I built on. It didn't matter anyway. It's like giving me money. Bam. So we get that scenario. Next level, I'm the best. I felt like I'm the best nigga in the shop. Nobody's fucking with me. We got robbed. Me and my one of my closest friends, we were in the shop. We got robbed, and I was like, man, fuck this shit. We out. I'm going to get a suite. So I went and got a suite. he ended. We supposed to get. He didn't go with me. He ended up going back over east. And once I got into the suite, it was over. It was the levels. Now the levels were increasing because that was my class level. Where I'm taking classes everywhere. I'm taking classes this and that. Learning, and then everything else has just been evolution from there. I took classes, and now I'm into products now.
Yes, sir.
And I remember, it's crazy. Another shout out to Trib. I'll tell you the first nigga to ever have a professional camera in Baltimore. In Baltimore, it's fucking Trib.
I still don't have one. Well, no. Let me rephrase. I still don't use one.
I'm just telling you, it's the
I
best,
got one.
best thing in the world.
I got one.
I got
at my station. I'd rather just click.
You know, it's crazy thing. I'm like that too. I like my phone because people don't know my phone give better pictures.
It's more accessible. Than
It's more accessible.
It's so much quicker.
But I've made my setup around how everything is very easy to me.
You got a hell of a setup.
Light and all that.
You got a
Yeah, I
hell
got
of a
a
setup.
I can setting my setup.
If
But,
you don't follow his page, you got a hell of a setup.
Yeah, I'm on follow.
but Trib, I'm telling you, he was the first nigga with a camera. But the time you get that camera, it's just the reason I got a camera because I looked at it like this. When everyone saw my work, it was going to. Let's say we had a cell phone camera. Your cell phone camera, your cut's 10 times better than mine, right? My cell phone shit gonna look so clear. You're gonna look like, God damn, I need to try them out. So it was almost to the point. It was a marketing tool for me to be able to get more clients. And that shit, man, that's the camera. And now I'm even more developed into camera. I do a lot of my own content.
Cameras are like your clippers and shit. That's in your calling card.
Yeah, and mine is literally right there behind.
I'm telling you, man, you pick that shit
I
up.
just don't like
Once you
picking
get
it up,
into it, and then you start, like I said,
maybe I need to come sit in your suite.
fine. Yo, I'm telling you, once
You work tomorrow, right?
yeah, I'm always there.
I'm off tomorrow. Maybe
Come on,
I'll
yo,
pull up.
listen,
I
man, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I actually would love for you to pop up tomorrow, man. I tell people all the time, pop up in my shop. I'm always there. So, but I'm telling you, it's really easy, yo. Crazy thing is, you said how I always do my content, yo. I left it in my car. I would have had it here.
Yeah.
I got my iPad. My iPad's with me every day. I got a Pro. I'm editing stuff on the run. I could be in my car because I had to stop somewhere. I pop my iPad up.
Yo,
and I'm
it's
sitting
so
there,
much easier
and I'm doing
editing
that
on
shit.
the iPad than it is this fucking computer.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why.
I can do it on the computer. Like I have a whole setup. Like this is my office and shit. I'm actually editing 2 videos.
You got an office and shit. I ain't that
Sheesh.
professional.
I was editing 2 videos right there. But my set, this is like partially my setup. Like you can see it.
See, you record. That's why I built the wall shit, but I never put it up because I
I
know
got
I
two- I got
Yeah,
two
you just
cameras
poke
set up.
holes in my walls for no fucking reason.
No,
so there's
now-
holes on the fucking
that's because
wall.
of the shelf. That's the shelf I was trying to
Yeah.
put
But
up.
I'm telling you, man, get to that. Yo, the camera, it's just. I mean, you don't have to. People don't have to. Because listen, you're a great barber without it. Both of y'all. But I'm telling you, yo. And also, I will say, it is a passion of mine. Passion is like taking a good picture. I tell niggas I would never be a photographer. You would never catch me out there doing it. But I just
To catch you
love
work in its best form.
Alright.
But you know what though? That's where things differ.
Oh, that's lit.
So I got to sit
See,
on
look at
that.
that shit.
But I got 2 cameras.
2 of them? What
got
other one that?
This mother.
They got 2 cameras.
Yeah, I told you his
Alright,
setup
go.
mean, yeah.
Here we go. This is the picture when I put it up.
That's tough.
That's dope, man.
That one right there. That's my new one.
But see, like, this is where I always say things
That's
like
tough.
because stuff like that,
That
I would
view is
never
tough.
think to do.
That view on is tough. He got that shit right on
Yeah,
the
stuff
wall.
like that, I would never think to do.
Do you use the Explorer page?
Who?
Do you go on the Explorer page?
To do what?
You don't go in there?
Not really.
You just do it.
Whatever is on.
He
like,
said just do it.
Look,
Let me
this
take-
is my extent of the Explore page, right? Open up Instagram. Where the fuck is the Explore page? How you get
The
to
search.
it?
The search.
Search thing. Go over there. And
This is it, and then I go. I look at the front page, and whatever's on the front page, then I'm like, all right, cheeks, haircut, that's nice, like real quick, and I'm gone.
yeah.
I don't scroll
I'm
much
telling
on
you,
social
if you
media
go on,
no more.
if you need to scroll, go on the Explorer page. It's going to. It just makes your brain just keep going. Like my brain, like when I'm sitting in the house, I'm like, fuck, I need to think of something. I go on the Explorer page, and it's crazy. You saying it's cheeks on and shit, and we all like ass pictures. I actually don't like them on purpose.
I like them on purpose.
'Cause they-
I'm
it's
human.
in it.
I don't care about haircuts on
It tracks.
No,
It
no,
tracks.
It's
It
not
tracks.
because it tracks. So
algorithm.
my Explorer page,
Mhm.
like I said, I use it for motivation to find new things. If I did like those all the time, it would fill my Explorer page up with that.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like. I would love to hit it, but I don't like it because I want when I go in there, like I use it for motivation. Like my shit.
You know where I combat that though? My podcast page. All I follow is ass
There you
on
go.
it.
There you go.
I don't. It's a few regular
That's my shit
folks
right
on
here.
it, but
I mean,
it's mostly
shit that I
ass.
like. I got I'm into sports and grilling. You gonna see haircuts, sports and
Definitely
grilling, all
get
in.
into grilling.
That's all you gonna see is haircuts, sports and grilling. That's all. So it comes with different ideas and angles. And fucking, what's the name that set up? I got that from Silk. I called Silk up. I said, yo, listen, I've been in his suite. And that's what I'm saying. It's good building a relationship with people that you can call them up in a second. Like, hey, Silk. And
that's the purpose. That was like one of the original purposes of this show.
people don't know. And I'm telling you, those older guys I told you about, I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Those guys they weren't as friendly as we are.
Yeah.
They more closed in.
Older bucks,
because I think
he
it's
won't
more
give no game.
I think it was more of a competition back then. So I don't blame people. I don't blame them how they act. But you know, they don't want to tell you something like this. Man, I got a quick story, man. I'll never forget. I'm not gonna say the guy's name because nothing wrong with the guy, but I remember when the airbrush. I told you about that.
Yeah.
I never forget. It literally was only like 5 people with the airbrush in Baltimore. They knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Might be less than. I'm talking about when I first.
That shit was very rare.
Very rare. So I'm asking guys. I'm kind of connected with some of these guys. Nobody was giving me the answers. They're like,
They trying to,
hit me with the what's name and I'm like
mumble talk.
man, I'm talking about. Listen, I'm running around. I remember buying the airbrush. Said fuck, I'm gonna buy it. Nigga couldn't get it done. Nigga,
I bought like 4 of them bitches.
yeah, couldn't learn how to
I
work
just
it.
started to get it right.
So I put the shit back. I was about to take it back. Yo, I got a fucking mysterious call. Nigga hit me with the what's up? You wanna know how to use the airbrush? I'm like,
Who the fuck?
yeah, nigga. What's up? Yeah, swear to God. And this now me and Trav, we locked in together. Like we camera locked in and we airbrush locked. We want to learn that shit. Hey Trav, I said, yo, what's I asked him how much you want? He was like, yo, just come by blank. I said, all right. I don't know if you know, he only posts no cut. Boy is a badass man with them clippers in his hand. We call him Big B. Brian Newman. Yo, I'm talking about
I don't know no barbers for real, yo. I know very few barbers.
When I say was
Here, anyway.
I don't know if he's still cutting. I think he is. I'm talking about a badass man with them clippers in his hand. Man, we went in love. Came there, yo, showed us how to use it. It's over since then. We know how to use it. Yo, it's the easiest shit in the world.
I was gonna ask about enhancements and how everybody felt about them, but I feel like you already answered it.
Yep.
Because if you look up the word enhance, I don't know the direct definition, but it typically means make better, make pop, make certain things like, the contrast of the haircut pop out more, of anything pop out more when you enhance stuff. That's why you got filters and shit. Now, there's always a big ass debate. There's always that, no enhancements. Fuck you.
Yep. That's the definition.
Nigga, I'm a genius. Get that out of my face. I already got it right.
Further improved quality.
Yeah, but the improved quality of haircuts, like people always try to. A lot of barbers on social media do that.
Crying.
Shit. No enhancements. Aren't you using enhancements? Shut the fuck up. People like it.
They like it.
Yeah, you gotta.
And people pay for it.
You go with whoever people like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then go what you want to do. If you're a barber that says, you know what, I won't do no enhancements.
Do that. That's
what you want to do. That's what you do. But you shouldn't shit on somebody who wants to do enhancements.
Exactly.
And if you're a barber who does enhancements.
Remember I said
You should on somebody that don't.
It usually doesn't work like that way. But usually if you're a barber that does enhancements, you shouldn't be like shit on somebody else. Fucking,
I don't care.
it's that way. If they
Either way, I'm gonna get paid. Because I tell them all the time upstairs, because with Chris, like I hired a new barber, a female barber, and seeing her growth is validation as well.
Yep.
But like, I don't care if she does enhancements or not. I suggested that she do it. I never suggested that Chris do it. I don't think.
Nope.
Because I tell them both that you got to develop your own style.
Yep.
Just like realistically, what is like? Realistically, we do on a day-to-day basis in a week, really like what 4, 5, 6 different haircuts.
Yep.
We legit do the same shit all day. Fade, regular, fade, mohawk, fade, tint. Mohawk fade. Like all day. That's how the shit go. We do the same shit all day. So it's like when you're looking at the same things all day, you gotta find a way to make these things better.
Yep.
Not only do we recognize that, but the clients recognize that as well. And they're like, oh, you put the extra sauce on it.
Like, damn, my shit extra crispy.
I mean, so
today.
it's like judging people for whether they use enhancement. I hate that shit. I hate saying that shit on social media. That shit is disgusting. We are barbers. This is an art.
Judging is disgusting. Period.
See what I said, Chris?
So
that's why I tell you not to send me that shit. Like I don't. This, be honest. He deals me some of the most fucked up haircuts, and I'm like, maybe the client liked it. Like, I be
He
trying
definitely
to
do say that shit.
I be trying my best not to judge people no more
Yeah,
because
judging-
I don't care to judge them no more. Like,
Yeah, so it's, but I mean, I definitely believe there is a monetary value. My motto is that if I had one, I don't do shit for free. So I'm gonna charge you for whatever.
time is money.
Time is money. I don't do shit for free. So if I do enhancements, I'm gonna make money off of it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Everything I do is calculated to make money. So I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm.
But I do enhancement. Man, I'm 100% sure over 90% of the cuts you see in my page is enhancement. And I don't even do enhancement. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the best looking haircut I fucking got to put on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna give you this haircut. I mean, I learned this a long time ago. Ty told me, he's like, yo, listen, everybody don't got a picture worthy haircut.
Yeah, they don't.
You can give them the sharpest haircut they ever had. You're their favorite barber, but it just ain't the one you put on that.
Do y'all have favorites like types of
Yes.
haircuts or whatever things y'all
Or
like?
clients. Yes, I do.
Favorite types of hair?
Yeah.
Like say like, all right, you know how some might focus on design, some might focus on the line or something.
You said
Do y'all
perfect.
have any type of like say your favorite things like it can be trendy
I like
because like you can just like
You like
I know
old
for
design?
I like designer.
me personally I don't. But do you have one?
I'm trying to get it right. You're saying the favorite thing I like
Because
to do.
I don't see you doing a lot of designs. So like
I don't do designs. I mean, I do beards.
Yeah.
I think you're really geared to what you see.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I thought everybody did beards until I've been saying, fuck, y'all don't do beards.
that shit
Like
crazy.
Sculpting justice.
Yeah,
That's
sculpting,
like,
like,
The sculpting the beard is
meticulous.
I specialize. That's
Yeah.
why I specialize in beard. And I remember the nigga in barber school. You weren't there when he was there. It was D. Because I know you weren't. I just got there.
Mhm.
And D used to tell me, man, D was the best teacher I ever had in my life. And he used to tell you, he ain't play no games with you. You come in there rookie or not, fucking first day in barber school, D's like, man, fuck, what are you doing, yo? Cut the hair.
No, my
What
first
you doing?
haircut in barber school was horrible.
Nigga D told me this. He looked at me one day, he said, yo, you got a beard, yo. Ain't no way you gonna have a nigga, if you got a beard, you better make sure everybody's beard look good.
Look good as yours.
So since that day, I was like, I'm the beard, I can get a beard right. I don't even use clippers on beards. I use fucking razor.
For real?
I learned that shit a long time ago.
And how
Clippers,
time consuming is that?
it's faster than using a pair of clippers.
Hold up, pause.
What?
We talking about top line, right? Not the sculpting.
Oh yeah, I ain't fucking sculpting.
All right, cool.
I was like, damn.
All right, now
That's
I
a
got
bad
you.
man.
Because I did the
King
same.
Midas got the Midas touch.
Yeah,
that
right,
shit right there.
That's why I had to clarify
Yeah,
that.
no,
I'm like,
that shit.
'Cause I started
that shit
doing
will
that.
drag on somebody's face and shit.
Yeah.
Take that
I
shit.
do top line with razor. I actually learned that years ago, man. Where it's like it was quicker and it's more precise because if you look at your razor as a single blade, as your clippers are blades that blade
Two
with
blades.
teeth that keeps going faster and faster. So if you put it on somebody's face, it's gonna break. It's usually majority of the time. Like somebody with me with my type of beard, you wouldn't bring the beard down. If you were soft enough with it, you can get it. But if you have a beard like his, I know what kind of texture it is. I ain't gonna lie, I looked at all your beard textures. No, his, I wouldn't. Yours is more complete. No offense.
Oh no, mine was though. It was.
No,
I
not
don't
saying it's
know what's going on.
not complete.
Yeah.
It's
Not
that
what's going
you
on.
had no offense, like your beard has a like his is full. I could put clippers on here and it wouldn't drop any line.
Mhm.
His is the same way because he wears his right here. Yours has not that it has gaps. It's just like it's lighter.
Softer.
He has more thinner beard than ours. So if you hit it with that clippers,
It don't take
one
so much
mistake,
off.
that corner, that's gonna take it down here. You're gonna be all the way down here.
I'll be extra careful when it's top line.
That razor though,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. You gonna hunt me
He'll
every
say-
fucking time.
But can I tell you? See, I'm one of those people that I know certain things are more efficient, but for some reason I don't like doing it. Right?
Like what?
The reason why I don't use razors on my top lines, like to really do the whole top line, is because I gotta use shaving gel
You shaving gel?
to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You do a dry.
I don't want to do it.
I do it dry, 100% dry. But I will say this though, it's dry, but I do a beard wash with every client.
Okay, so yeah,
A
there's
standard
difference.
beard wash, but their face is dry. I can do it dry because I learned if you're doing it dry, everything has to be a short stroke, and you have to really hold the skin. So if you're
You gotta
doing
stretch the fuck
if
out
you're
of it.
doing it, if you would like, let's say if this is my hair, I'm hair right here, and that was the line right here, you would literally have to be right here. So you would be really close with it.
And short.
Because if you're not, it won't. What's the name?
Yeah, because
But yeah, the shaving gel will.
cut.
Shaving gel will. You right. Sometimes you gotta use it, but I used to do. What shaving gel use?
Elegance right now.
Elegance.
Yeah.
They stopped making that shit.
I think they
I
stopped.
thought it was
They're
a long time
I
ago.
think
done.
they
They're
stopped.
done. I think
And
they're done.
I use so little shaving gel that
Yeah.
I got one that I haven't opened yet. It's probably going to last me till next year.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, because what I used to do, I used to put it in the bottle,
Again.
put it on the back of my hand, and all I needed was to touch right here. So I'll do that sometimes. Like sometimes it depends like the mood, like on the skin. Like some certain clients,
Tougher skin.
They got tougher skin, so dot it real quick, hit that shit. But
5 seconds probably.
5 seconds.
Wham, wham.
What do you specialize in?
Fades. This is a
Fades,
fade
yeah.
monster.
Yo,
I see 'em.
right
I
now,
need
yo,
these.
that's all I give a fuck about.
Fades.
That blend.
Detail.
Yo, if the one I posted today, like, cause the fade that I did, I wasn't done. I probably cut for another 10 minutes after what was posted today.
That shit was
Because,
cool.
like,
The little boy.
yeah, and I tell people, like, cause y'all see the work out here. Looking at that fade where I was at, and I'm still nitpicking shit. Like, people, the average barber would stop fading at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The average barber would think they done at that point.
Mhm.
Nah, nigga.
Shut it in your caption.
The thing that separates us is the things that we do and the fuck they don't.
Facts.
The money in the details, nigga. I got t-shirts. Feel free to go to Feel free to go to cutsbykb.com. Get your money is in the details. T-shirts. Guess what? I got one right here. Put one of them shits up, cuz I can't reach you.
Money is in the details.
The money is in the details all day, every day. That's what I
Should have put mine on. I was gonna put it on, but mine's in the closet.
Yeah. The money is in
What?
the details.
How long it take you to cut hair? Exact time. I always ask barbers because barbers like the exact.
It
time.
depends.
I know you're gonna tell me the truth. Barbers tell you the truth in person. They lie.
Honestly,
They
I
lie
had a
on
moment
social media.
today where I felt like I was at my old, like my starting point where it was get them in, get them out. I could hit, the day I did 2 people in like 50 minutes. So
Two?
average like 25 minutes. If
I wish I could be there.
yeah, cause here's the thing, like you said, certain shit ain't free. So if they ain't paying for a shampoo, I ain't doing it.
Oh, so this is haircut, shape up, beard, everything.
Yep.
That's 25 minutes.
Mhm.
I need to come. I'll
I
probably come here and come watch you one day because I swear a haircut for me, in my booking site is booked as an hour because all my haircuts come with a wash. That's why the price is
Of course.
was the price. And then a temporary, that's called my standard beard wash, not my extensive beard wash. Standard beard wash. So you said that plus a haircut, and then like I said, I got it. If the detail, you said your fades, the detail had to come in my beard. So I got to sit there.
Yeah.
So
Everybody got their
it's an hour.
That shit dope.
It's an hour.
But that's good timing though.
It is.
If you washing
I
and all
just
that.
want to know everybody. I always like to know people's timing.
I take
Really?
time.
I never thought to ask people that.
I-
But he say I cut real fast. I be like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I ask everybody.
I just figured out a new fade technique too.
So you
You
go
did?
that technique.
You gonna show me that?
Yo, I've been working on this shit for like the last week.
It's like structuring it. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see.
I caught myself doing the fade. Then I said, hold up. I think I'm skipping steps in my process. And they like, what you talking about? I've been doing a new fade. Nigga. Like, this is it, yo. And it's funny. Everybody tell you always develop certain techniques. I don't even know where this shit came from. I just say, you know what? I'm getting tired of spinning niggas around so much. Because I'm one of those, I'm one of those ballers that I'll keep you spinning. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Like the original question where we started this part was, what was the break in your career where you felt like this is the direction to go? Mine was I took a class. Like you networked within the city, within our area. I'm really a product of social media, nigga. I drove all the way up to New York to take the iCut Pro class.
Yeah, I know you took iCut Pro.
Yeah, and
Real quick.
and
Real quick.
go ahead.
I mean, it's right. Yo, I took his first ever fucking class, yo.
For real,
First ever class. Him and Morano when they was in DC.
for real.
When they were in DC, when they were working together. When they were working together.
Yeah, because when I went, he had just
He just
Right
got
after
New
you
York.
get to New
When
York.
they was in DC, I took his first. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Called him up. Me and Trav. We like, yo, we want to come down there. He didn't have a price. We said how much? $600 each. It was me, Trav, and Mike. We go down there.
He said 600 each.
It was like 600 each.
That's
He
what's
taught
up,
us.
yo.
He taught us everything. Yeah, I know the price. I know the price we charged. We was there for 7 hours.
Damn.
He wasn't doing classes yet. So here go the class. After we left, right, he was like, "Oh yeah, man, look, me and Morano doing the class next week. Yo, y'all can come." It was a $150 class. He said, "Y'all can come for free."
Sheesh.
So we went to his class, $600 each.
With Morano.
The next, that was just him in there. Next week we come down there for that class. That's because he wouldn't sell us the shit that was in there because he had a bunch of. That's when Zephyr wasn't even had a name on it yet or whatever he uses, Miracle.
Yeah,
a name on it
Miracle
yet.
Serum.
We was like, let's get that. That's all we technically wanted. We didn't want to come back to the
Y'all
class.
just want the serum.
We wanted shit, but he's like, man, look, I can't let it get out then, this and that. So we was like, all right, cool, we'll come down. And we went down the next day. But yeah, you definitely, I seen you link up with Todd.
I wish I could have linked up with him when you did.
Right.
Yeah, that price, boy, I know that, boy, that price.
Nigga, he bust me in there for a stack.
He said,
What? Didn't me being me, nigga, I'm not driving to New York twice in one day.
facts.
I gotta book a room.
I would be the same way.
Yeah, I'm
I would
not
be the
taking
same
that.
way.
And then the fucked up thing about it, I was like 45 minutes away from my destination for 3 hours. I was so fucked up and lost in this bitch in New York. Nigga, I took a wrong turn. I ended up back in Jersey. I had to fucking pay another $15 toll to get back to New York. Yo, I was so stressed out that day riding up there, nigga. The first thing I did, I pulled in the hotel. I said, "Oh my God, look." Applebee's, bitch. I'm checking in. I'm going to get drinks. I was so stressed out, but yo, it was $1,000 class, and I was there for like 12 hours. And I'm not staying another night. So when I woke up, went to class, was there 10, 12 hours, and I drove back home.
Mhm.
I was so inspired, and I opened the shop the next day. I'll never work Monday.
Next day.
I'll never work Monday.
I know that feeling talking about shit.
You get that new information and you
Fuck it, you
gotta
want to
apply
right
it
there.
now.
That's like my first time going to the DC Expo, nigga. I don't ever work Mondays. Post. I'm in here all day walk-ins.
If you don't feel like that you want to do that right
You
away,
learn
that
nothing.
shit was nothing for you.
Yeah, but like I learned so much in that class, and it's like, and you know, given like how you detail the services that you offer within your head, I know how to do all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know
I
you
don't
did.
want you.
If you went to that class, and which I know you went to that class, you know how to do it.
Yeah, but the
you don't-
thing
you don't
for me
teach
is
it.
I don't want you.
You don't like doing services.
I like doing color.
Mhm.
Color is probably the only service that I enjoy.
I wanna do everything.
I don't want to rub on people's faces and all that shit.
I wanna
I'm
do
not
all
picking out bumps. I'm not.
I want to do all that.
I want to play in your head. Like,
Right.
just keep it here.
That's my second thing. I like services. Like I'm more. Yeah, I like the service because it means more money in it.
It is.
So,
It's
it's
a lot
definitely
more.
it's more money if you do it right.
Right.
If you charge the right price and the right time. And like when I went to my new scheduling, or I made sure I mapped everything out. You know, a haircut says an hour. That's $50. So I had to break it
$50
down.
an hour.
I had to break it down for. So if you want to get a service, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna probably take me. Even if it takes me 15 minutes, it's gonna have to be nothing less than $30 because I need to count that 15. That 15 minutes is going to my next 30.
How many
So
clients see that? Sorry.
I don't know. It's just that I come at 8. So I start at 9 o'clock. I'm booked from 9 to 7, but I take after hours before hours.
See, I'm not that kind of Bob.
What time you come in?
Yeah, I ain't coming to this business now.
He come in at 11.
11.
Yeah.
I'm every day. I get in the shop. I have to get in the shop at 8 o'clock. I have to get my mind ready. I have to sit down.
Prep yourself.
I eat my breakfast at the shop, and then
My. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, and then anything I charge, I have after hours and before hours. That's anything before 8 o'clock, and that's anything after 7 o'clock. You won't catch me at the shop at 7 o'clock. You have to pay me a large. You have to pay me a large something money.
I'm not even talking to you. I'm not doing that. I'm not an early morning
For real?
guy. I'm not. And here's the fucked up part about me not being an early morning guy. Nigga, I'm up.
You up?
I'm up.
What time you get up?
Depends on the week.
Nigga,
Some
probably
days I don't make it to 7. I can go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning to be up at 6:55.
See, and that's what
I
I'm not.
sleep like 3 to 4 hours, maybe.
I'm not that guy. With the reverse, I can work late. I do 12-hour shifts on a regular.
Yeah, I do that
but I
shit all
can't go to sleep late and wake up early.
Oh,
I do.
damn.
So
I'm not a
rules.
sleeper, nigga. Was it the last episode or the one before that, nigga? I slept like 82 minutes.
For real, that's wild.
Yo,
Jesus
it was a day.
Christ.
Matter of fact, it was last week's episode actually because I didn't go to sleep until about 6:30, maybe.
Woke up at 7.
I woke up at like 8:17.
For real, that's
That is
wild.
me. And
That's
for some,
wild.
that was on a Wednesday, the day where I have to get up. I have to work I gotta take my daughter to daycare. I gotta work all day. I gotta do the podcast. We've been trying to do this shit on Wednesdays every week now. So I'm gonna be up all fucking day, and I had 80 something, not even 94 minutes
That's
of sleep.
crazy.
And
That's
today
nuts.
it's the same shit. Like I went to sleep at like 5:30, and I was back up at like 7:45. I managed to doze off again until like 8:16, and then I'm in the shower and I'm getting ready for my day.
Man, so
That is my. I
5
probably
o'clock. I'm taking my morning piss.
yeah,
and
if
waking
it's
up at
24
6:45.
hours in a day, I probably
6:45.
sleep 24 hours in a week.
That's crazy.
I don't.
I love
I'm
sleep.
always up.
I love sleep. Everybody knows me with my one thing. I love sleep.
I hate you for it.
And
I hate everybody that can sleep. Like, y'all make me sick.
I
I want to
this.
sleep so bad.
Actually, when I was at the old shop, I didn't go out on Fridays. I didn't go out on Fridays. I used to work on Sundays. I didn't go. My rule was, to this day, I don't go out on Fridays.
At all?
It's because I be working. Majority of times, I'm at work 8
I
o'clock.
don't go out at all.
I don't. And when I say go out, like I'm trying to be in the bed. I'm in the bed.
By 10.
10:30.
Yeah, I'm
10:30. Now I might not go to sleep till 11. But if I gotta be at work 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going by 11.
See, you know how happy I would be to go to sleep at 11 o'clock?
I
I'm
go to
probably
sleep
going to be
at
up at like 4. But
That's-
if I could go to sleep at 11 o'clock, the only way I'm going to go to sleep at 11 o'clock is if I start smoking a shitload of weed around 6 o'clock. I need about 3-4 blunts for me to go to sleep at 11.
Yo,
That shit don't work. I drank a whole bottle of that shit one night. It didn't work.
Pop a pill.
My son is 9. My wife probably like 10:30, and I'm usually following behind her. I can't. I'm not.
Yo.
Like unless only way I can stay up late is if I got a project. And I got a
always
project.
got a project.
If I got a project, like when
Project,
new
project.
products come in, I want to take pictures and shit. Then I'm in it, or I'm working
Grind
on the video,
mode.
working on the video or something like that. That's the shit.
I don't think I'm doing this shit subconsciously no more. I'm a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not actually working, I'm researching working.
Mm-hmm.
Or not working because I want to invest in shit to make me money so I don't have to do this shit. I'm still gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my life is legit work and home.
Mm-hmm.
I go to work, I go home. I'm gonna start going to the gym now. I tried last night, but she got me real.
I say this. I say this for anybody, especially say for you. I want you to start. Sound like a fucking therapist.
Get some sleep.
I want not even sleep. I just want you to start. I tell this to anybody. I'm not just singling you out. I want you to start enjoying life. Not saying you enjoy life.
Yes.
No, hold on. Let me say no. Hold on.
You don't know.
No. Keep on.
No. It's not saying you don't enjoy life because I'm
Keep
we're
going.
the same way. But I want you to start finding something out of this. And I got this from Trav. You gotta find something outside of this shit. Yo, how old are you?
34.
I'm 33. I just turned 33. My body is killing me. I'm bigger than you, but my body's killing me. I'm starting June 1st. I'm only working 3 days a week. Starting June 1st for the rest of my life, you only catch me in the barber. Unless you pay me $150, I will only be in that bitch 3 days a week.
See, here's the thing.
Hold on. I want you to just find something. I don't know what the fuck.
Go fishing.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, go
Bowling.
fishing.
That sounds like some
Drink some
2025
water.
shit. Because you talking to I just stopped working 6 days a week.
I was right with him.
Like,
Man, he was
I'm not
still
even
doing
going
that
to
shit.
say when the new year changed because I was still in this bitch 6 days
Right.
a week up until like,
He just took Thursdays off.
what? I've managed to, maybe 3 Thursdays off? Like consecutively?
Mhm.
And honestly, yo,
But just
to enjoy life for me, yo, is I want money all the
I
time.
know, but-
I'm D, yo. Like,
When
I
I
want
say
to
that-
make money every single day.
Yeah, but I say that like I'm grinding out right now until June 1st. I'm doing I fucking work. I just did 15 hours.
Running the same.
I just did 15 hours. Was it Sunday? It was Friday or something, whatever. I did 15 hours and 12 three other days in that week. I'm running it up to June 1st. I'm 3 days a week when June 1st comes. And that's what I'm saying. You run it up for a reason.
Yeah.
You can't. You
Only 3 days of work?
3 days a week.
Yo, I'll lose my shit.
You probably will, but you won't.
Yes, I will.
I'm doing 3 days a week. I mean, my shit's kind of, I planned it out. So my 3 days a week is going to consist of, the 3 days of working is consistent work. It's 8 o'clock in the morning to 8:30 at night. That's regular schedule.
36
schedule day.
hours. 36 hours.
I'm off. I'm working Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm off Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. On those days, I'll be able to go to shops now. I'll be able to push my products now. I'll be able to do that shit and do what I want to do. And then I built up my system I did where I released my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I built
That's dope too. I like that.
Man, listen, man. I wish listen, that.
But I'm trying to figure out a reason to not come to work tomorrow.
You got to work tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
But I don't have shit else to do. I gotta go to the leg people. and then it's like,
Come on my shop. I'm at work. I
I'm
get
off
off
tomorrow.
there we go.
I got physical therapy tomorrow in the morning. But other than
I
that,
don't want to go there.
Where you gotta go at? Where you gotta go at?
Metro.
Where's that at?
That's off of Bel Air Road.
Okay.
What is
Come on, I'm random. Come on out there, man.
10:30.
Shit.
And I don't have shit else to do till like 5.
Yo, just
Go to his shop, Corey. I'm trying to pull up too. Let me
Let's
see
go.
my schedule real quick.
Alright, we can go.
after
I
I
don't
got
have-
mine. I got
free
mine.
Because my off days, honestly, the only day of the week I'm cool being off is Monday.
It's on Mondays. You like, yeah.
Because I don't know why it's like a sacred barber day or some shit. Like I don't know why.
I also want to say this too. Those 3 days I'm off. It's not just I'm not sitting in the house on 3 days. I'm working.
Yeah,
I'm not doing the physical work of being in the shop.
Cutting and standing.
That's what I'm gonna tell you.
One of my goals for this year was to exercise and leverage. That's why, honestly, as much as I try to find reasons for not coming to work and I try to justify it and say, nigga, you really don't have to, because
You greedy, yo.
I'm greedy as fuck. No, I'm not greedy. I'm competitive.
Yeah, you want.
I don't want to make the most money, honestly. I just don't like when I feel like people outdo me. I'm extremely competitive, and I won't even say nothing. That's how I always
You
have.
like Michael Jordan?
So it's not.
Yes, I told you last week.
It's not the money for you.
No,
It's not the money for you.
I just want to feel like I'm being great as much as possible, and to do that, you got to do what you're best at as much as possible.
It's the money for me.
Just I don't know how much money I made today.
Ain't even counting
I
yet.
didn't even look at it. It's not about the money for me no more. Like I thoroughly enjoy just working. I don't even know. I mean, I like transforming ugly people. That shit is beautiful to me. People be coming here looking fucked up.
And it's like 3 months.
And then 27 minutes later, oh, nigga, you gonna get some ass tonight.
Yeah,
You
you
just saw
having
me
fun.
This shit is
I
beautiful to
Frederick
me.
Douglass this morning. This shit-
I'm gonna look like Frederick Douglass because I don't plan on cutting my head in for a little while. I don't know why. But I'm extremely competitive. I don't like feeling like I'm being outdone. You can make as much money as you want to. I don't care if you make $10,000 a day.
You just don't want to be.
But you're not gonna put out more effort than I am. And one story I'll tell you how bad it is. I think I went to the gym. This is when I was, regular old me with 2 legs and shit. I got on. I'm not a treadmill guy. I always like getting on an elliptical. Get on an elliptical. I specifically chose this elliptical because this lady with this fat ass was on the one next to it, so I wanted to go next to her. Put my music on, and I get to go. I glance over. I look at her calorie count. I'm like, man, she like 12 minutes in, and she only burned a little bit of calorie. I'm thinking to myself, if I go at a certain pace, I can catch this bitch. So at maybe 17 minutes on the treadmill, nigga, I looked over at her shit, and I was like 7 calories over her, nigga. I cut that bitch off and walked off.
It's a competition to you.
Yeah, I'm extremely competitive. And
So what is the goal for you? If you're saying that it's a competition, what is the end goal for you? Because
I was supposed to ask you that. Y'all niggas just took over my show. I was supposed to ask you that. This turned into a make me cry fest.
What is your end goal? Because you saying that you're competitive, and what you are, because the story. But what is the goal that says, you know what? Like you said, you walked away. I fucking beat this bitch at a calorie count.
And she has no idea. She just got her ass
So
kicked. That's how I walk.
So what is the goal? Who are you trying to beat? What are you trying to beat to be like, yeah, I'm done?
Well, see, that was a couple years ago. Right now, honestly, I feel like I'm competing with my old. If I'm being completely honest and candid, I feel like I'm competing with my old self, but I don't really know no more. Like I feel for the last 2 years straight, like I felt like I was trying my best to get back to who the fuck I was when I felt like I was riding high. And now it's like, honestly, I don't really know no more.
Did you beat that person?
I don't know.
I think you have. You
Honestly,
come way
I
back
don't
than
know.
what you was.
But but the thing is, you can know it, but he's not about his competitiveness isn't what we think. It's what he thinks.
Yeah.
It'll always be. He'll have to determine. No one else can tell him. You did better than what you have. It doesn't matter. He has to feel it. So I don't feel like. No offense. I don't feel like you beat that in your head, because if you felt like you beat it, you would know, and you'd be able to tell me, yeah, I fucking beat that nigga.
Exactly.
You can't say it.
Confidence.
You
Yeah, I
can't
can't say it.
because you can say how you beat that lady with the calories. You can't tell me you beat yourself from. What's it? Even though we can all say, look at you like, boy, you 10 times better because you elevated. You did this. You went stronger because you had your leg. But yourself, I feel as though you didn't beat that shit yet.
That's deep.
I'm never satisfied.
You're not.
And
You
honestly,
motherfucker, yo.
I'm extremely stubborn. And I always tell people like this shit is almost like a disease for me because, like I said, I don't sleep that much.
It can be a disease. That's what.
That's a disease. Yo.
That's why I tell you.
I'm convinced.
I don't think you'll get burnout disease, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta get some fucking.
Yeah, but
whatever
there ain't
it
no
is.
money being made.
And I feel you, and that's why I tell my wife always tells me.
That's when my stock,
You got that
my
too.
stocks. Yeah, I'm good with them, but I've been fucking up.
My wife always tells me, she like, you always feel like you always look at you don't miss work because you always look at miss money. My favorite word is
That's what it is.
It's called FOMO, Fear of missing out.
Yeah, fear of missing out, and that's the thing. A lot of people
Or
have that.
false, nigga. Fear of failure.
Fast, nigga.
What's it? False.
FOF. Fear of.
False, nigga. Fear of failing.
I'm pretty well versed in English, nigga. FO. Fear of fall.
Fear of.
Fast.
But yeah,
Be there.
the money issue definitely. That's why this 3 days a week. I want to do this forever. And you know my day was, yo, it was 2 months. No, it was a month and a half ago. I literally came home on a Wednesday. Tuesdays I'll be tired of shit for some reason. That's my first day coming back to work from.
Yeah. Tuesday is one of my most painful days.
There you go. You know why?
'Cause I'm off.
You was off Monday and come back around. So Tuesday, that's my Tuesday. So I'm used to being tired on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But Wednesday, I usually actually have energy because I'm like, fuck, I'm used to it now. I got off Wednesday.
Still hurt.
And I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up from my seat when I got home. And I'm saying, I literally called my homeboy up. I'm like, hey yo, I'm doing 3 days a week anymore. I'm not doing this shit no more.
That's
Like,
your
for real?
epiphany.
And he was like, yeah. And I just said, fuck it.
That was your epiphany.
Also because that schedule shit I built, man, that's one of my babies too. I thought of that.
That shit is dope.
Man,
I
listen.
almost wanted to book an appointment just to see how the process
Yo, that
works.
shit
I ain't
is-
gonna lie
yo,
to you.
I literally was during quarantine. And I'm like, man, people always book shoes. You know, they try to get shoes and shit. So what I do, I only release my schedule once a month. It's always the second to last Sunday of the month at 8 p.m. So everything's closed off. When I release my schedule at 8 o'clock, all my appointments for the month go within the first 15 minutes.
Dang.
I have 100.
I love seeing that shit.
I have 100 people booked within the first 15 minutes, and it's gone. So it's to the point where people want to get in. You're
Like
not
bidding. They bidding on it. Like shoot.
basically, it's people that go without. So it made it work with after hours. So now let's say you've been getting your hair cut for a minute. You want to get in, and you a lot of motherfuckers be late. These motherfuckers, I keep telling them, 8 o'clock on the dot, you be on there. I'm going at 9 o'clock, and they be like, yo, I couldn't get the time. I couldn't get nothing. I'll be like,
Yeah.
so
That's fun. That was this is beautiful. This is my next
it
question.
makes them have to resort to getting after hours or before hours, which I charge 100 for. So it was like a marketing scheme, and I ain't gonna lie. The first time I did that shit, yo, that shit felt so fucking good. I remember because like I got a button. I set the schedule if I need days, if I need certain times off. Like all right, this off, and then I got a button I hit on my phone at 8 o'clock exactly, and it opens my whole schedule up. I lie to you not. If I posted one time on my Instagram, my fucking iPad, in 15 minutes, I can go through it. It was over 100 appointments booked in 15 minutes, and it's like that every fucking month. It just and it created a buzz because now everybody like my thinking was if you got an appointment and you finally got it, people were gonna shout you out like I finally got an appointment with this nigga, and when they do it,
Now you got more motherfuckers trying to
Somebody
get your
gonna
barber, dummy.
Dumbass.
they're gonna see it and they're gonna look and they're gonna be like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
This nigga nice.
Putting this shit out here like he booking. You can't get in there, and they're gonna want to try it. I want to see how good this motherfucker
Our
really
friend
is.
Luke would say blue magic.
And
that's how
that
this
was the
shit
thing.
works.
That was what I did for it.
I didn't.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That is. That's
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was mad. I tell everybody. I tell anybody that has. Remember you talking about earlier? You talking about what we saying when we first started? Accessibility.
Yeah.
Anybody's booked. Looking to try a variation of that because it's making your core group fight for something, and they're gonna fight for it. They're gonna do it. You really said. I mean,
I
one
low
month at a
key.
time.
Shoes like
I
Jordans.
low key love that shit. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Because when I get a phone, I couldn't get an appointment. I'm like, I laughed at that shit. Like you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
If you could get an appointment that easy, motherfucker, you wouldn't want one from me.
Yeah.
And don't nobody want what nobody else want, motherfucker. Like if you could get an appointment, if it was that easy to get in my chair, you wouldn't want to be in it.
I know my shit's in advance.
Nobody want accessibility.
You have to do that shit. It makes niggas accountable too. Motherfuckers, like my old schedule was like a regular schedule, I used Style Seat, which let people book out for my schedule's open. You can go book right now. We're in February. You can go book in December of next year. And people
You know you got all these
people were doing
appointments.
it. They were clouding up my schedule.
That shit is kind of stressful.
And that is stressful because you don't know what the fuck you're doing in December.
I have no clue.
So if somebody goes out there and they were doing, people were just going out that far to book in because it was still hard to get to me then. So they was like, fuck it, I can't get to them in these next month or something. I'm gonna go seal something down there. And y'all motherfuckers don't even know if you want it. So it's kind of, I did it as a retaliation for motherfuckers doing that. Because
My clients are like,
They selfish as a motherfucker.
they like it's like a fucking mosh pit. Some shit
I'ma
like
just
that.
book 17 in a row.
I hate that shit. Like
I'm
it's
a 10.
fucking me up. Like I want to go on
cancel
vacations. My wife would be like, hey, what are you doing 6 months from now this day? I'm working. I'm booked up all day long.
Yeah, like
That shit was
one of the
killing me.
things I did though for me, like, cause I'm very emotionally unstable. Honestly, like my anxiety be fucked up sometimes, and I started to, I guess over the last 6 months, I started to really focus on, I don't know, I guess my mental health, and
Very important.
yeah, things that
Hallelujah.
I felt like was causing me stress. And I had a 90-day limit on mine, and being booked for 90 days was stressing me the fuck out.
3
And
months.
I probably wasn't even booked the whole 90 days, but I'm booked the 2.
7 in.
And I'm booked, yeah, like I'm booked the first two months, and every other time I turn around, ding, ding,
Life, your life
Ding.
here. Your life here.
You don't know
ding.
what the fuck you doing.
It's fucking, what is this month? February, motherfucker. When you opening in June though? Bitch!
I got a life
Like,
to
I,
live.
get so, I got so frustrated with that shit, I dropped it down from 90 to 30. And then it felt beautiful because my phone, it couldn't go off no more. like
Hallelujah.
never mind me turned off my
Constant stress. It's
Yeah,
constant
never mind me
stress.
turned off my notifications. You just couldn't book no more.
You ain't got no appointments, Corey. I tried to book
My no-
December.
yeah, most of my notifications are off, so I don't hear Instagram. I don't hear Facebook Messenger. I don't even hear text messages. I don't hear none of that shit unless I go look at it. like, it calmed me down, and I got to the point, I guess, I feel like in my spirit, I got to the point where I've gotten control.
It's shown.
I've gained better control, and I'm gonna tell you how I did. I gained better control over my mood swing, and understanding certain things that's really not supposed to cause me anxiety.
You bully bitch.
Ain't it?
That's not
Man, what's wrong with Corey? I'm like, what's wrong with Corey today, bro?
Yeah,
What happened? Did he step on a nail or some shit?
Probably. Like, don't be mad for
No reason.
From Tuesday to Thursday, I'm gonna be mad. Like, and what I did was, I'm gonna be completely honest. I smoked a whole lot of weed.
But another thing, Corey don't understand that his mood usually sets the tone of the damn barbershop. He don't even understand that shit. I be over there, I got good vibes all fucking day regardless.
See here, Chris.
This motherfucker be like,
Chris, this is where you're wrong.
bro, your mood.
The problem is I just learned it
Yes.
when I decided to smoke a whole bunch of fucking weed. I was high for 37 days straight. I'm in this bitch singing and
Dancing,
dancing and
dancing.
shit. And
Everybody
everybody loving it.
dancing this morning. Like, yo, that asked me to dance all in the chair this morning. Like,
But in
damn.
my brain, it's a conflict because I'm forcing this energy, and I know it's not my regular personality. But
Yep.
you know the saying, like, it takes 21 days to start habit, to
Alright.
create a habit. And one day I woke up, maybe about a month and a half ago, and said, "Nigga, I'm tired of being angry." I've been a very highly irritable guy all my life, but for the last 2.5 years, I've been completely angry. Full of rage, and I'm like, I'm sick of that shit because it's heavy, it's stressing me out. Like, I don't enjoy doing nothing no more, except working. And sometimes I don't even fucking want to do that because people get on my nerves. And then I say, and then I did it subconsciously. I woke up and said, I don't want to be mad. But then that one day, I was probably still mad that day. And then the next day, I said, I'm gonna smoke a joint on the way to work. I'm rolling up on the way to work, and then I'm gonna smoke this shit. And I'm gonna get me this little vape pen, and I'm gonna keep me going, and then I'm gonna smoke another blunt on my lunch break. And then I'm gonna hit this pen to keep me going until I go home.
Yeah.
But
I do that shit every day for like honestly, it's like the last 2 days I've been clean. Like, I haven't smoked no physical weed the last 2 days, but I got my trusty pen here.
But
You
you
gonna
try doing it without.
You ain't hear what I just said?
I said try.
I'm not doing it without this. Fuck you.
I said try.
No, I'm already trying without the weed, and as far as I'm concerned, the last 48 hours have been beautiful.
I said just try without the weed. Period.
No. I'm just not doing that.
You'll never know like your true self without it. Then.
Well, I won't then, because here's the thing: I like weed.
Okay.
What I didn't like was I felt like I was dependent upon it to keep myself from going the fuck off.
Yeah.
So
Because I get angry. Now, no, I enjoy being high. But the more, like, for real, like, I enjoy weed, but the amount of weed out there, I was to the point where I felt like I wasn't even getting high no more.
Nope.
I smoke and I'd be high for like 13 minutes and like, man,
Back
you ain't
down.
even look high when you walked in. I know, I was, though. I smoked before I walked in. Because if I get here at 11, then I'm going to pull up at, a lot of times I pull up at like 10:30 and smoke. Before I walk in.
You got to get yourself ready for work.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get ready for. After I get to work, I get ready for work.
Yeah, because in the
Hour early.
beginning, I would walk in, my eyes, these shits are already small, but they would be even smaller. and red. And then say another week and a half go by, they a little bit bigger now, but they're still red. Now these bitches, I'm wide the fuck
open.
awake, and I just smoked. I made it a point. Like I just smoked. And like, all right, this shit ain't working no more. So apparently I'm smoking way too much weed. So how do I? Apparently it's affecting something within me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not doing the job. So it's like I've pounded it in my brain that everything is a mindset. So if I say, nigga, I'm gonna have a good day and I ain't gonna let nothing bother me, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Right.
Because I'm that stubborn.
Mm-hmm. So you're
Like
you're not gonna let it bite because you're telling yourself, so you're not.
yeah,
gonna let it.
I consistently, like, lately, like, what, in the last, like 2 weeks, I've been posting, be great on fucking purpose, and, like, I mean that shit so much, I strategically got it tattooed on my fucking arm,
To see it.
so I can see it, because, you know how the barber work, nigga, you, whatever hand is your dominant hand, you got your clipper, and then you got your comb. I'm right-handed, so I'm cutting,
Be
but I'm
great on
combing.
purpose.
Take a quick peek,
Remind
I can
us.
see it all day,
Mhm.
That's the type of shit that moves me. Like I try to move now in a way that everything has a meaning, not to nobody else, but everything has to make sense in my fucking brain now.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm being more selfish with my energy. I'm being more
Just like you're supposed to be.
intentional about what the fuck I'm gonna do for today.
Mm-hmm.
Or what I'm gonna do in life now. Like I woke up and I said I'm gonna move with more intent.
Facts.
Like I'm gonna move. I'm gonna strategize more. I'm gonna put more thought into this shit because if I think positively, nigga, that's what I'm gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Consistently think positively. I had moments today where it was like, honestly, fuck everybody in this barbershop. But it was like I don't remember what happened or why. Matter of fact, no, that was yesterday because I'm getting fucking tired of working by my fucking self on Tuesdays. It pisses me off. Yeah, that's beautiful, but I'm getting tired of fucking working by myself on Tuesdays. If I wanted to fucking work by myself, I'd went to sweet.
Like, nigga, why am I here?
Like, I'm looking at that shit, and then it's like, I was real irritated. I'm like, I wanted to smoke on my lunch break because then I got my stash in the car just in case. Like, it's always right there, so, because I felt like a ticking time bomb for so long.
Damn.
So it's like, I can feel it. That's why, like, when I was ready to go to the gym today, I feel my eyes burning. When I got that shit set in my brain, like, all right, you gonna do it. Like,
Let's get it.
and it's like my eyes heat up on some superhero shit. So it's like that be great shit. I be meaning it, like, 'cause I be feeling that shit sometimes. Like
intensity.
yeah, like you didn't see me today. You weren't here today. I felt it in my eyes all day, nigga. That face you just made was me most of the day.
Damn.
Like for real, like and
Sleeping.
yeah, it's a big thing for me, like awareness and shit. But like just being more aware of myself and what makes me tick, what makes me go, what I need to move, everything that's gonna say, nigga, get up today. I played a Jedi mind trick on myself last week to get me going.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that, I know you saw the Last Dance documentary when they said Jordan would take scenarios and wrap them in his head to keep motivate him. Nigga, I did that shit last week. Nigga. I mean, I seen some shit out there and I ain't like it. Right?
I ain't like it.
I ain't like it, and it probably had nothing to do with me, but I felt like it did. And that morning, I woke up and I went on a fucking rant, and I said, at the end of my rant, I was like, I'm gonna fuck today up. I think I got the fire I need to get me through this usually painful Tuesday. Because that one day off, throw everything off. Even if it's just one day, throw everything off. So like Tuesday, my leg hurt, my back hurt.
You feel
My shoulders hurt. Everything fucking hurts at the end of a Tuesday, and then Wednesday comes, which is like realistically my most productive day of the week.
You chill. You good.
And then I'm back up, and it's like, yeah, nigga, I'm really gonna be great today because I got a lot of shit to do. and I don't have no time to chill. I don't have no time to relax. It's all business. It's all work. This is my happiness.
Wednesday seemed to be podcast day too.
And that's what I want to remain. Yeah, because I gotta get up and do shit. I gotta get up. Like I gotta be dad. I gotta work all motherfucker. Hold up. Everybody. I gotta be daddy in the morning.
Being daddy.
I gotta be super barber here to my clients. I gotta somehow make my team feel good and shit at some point throughout the day.
Yep.
And then I gotta do this with y'all. Like and this is all
Corey be like randomly.
I
lunch on me.
truly enjoy.
Oh, hell yeah, lunch on you, bro.
Like I'm trying to incorporate. I'm gonna incorporate the gym back into my life.
Yep. That's why
But
I'm-
like,
Me
you know,
too,
I
I'm
love,
fat.
I love,
Me too.
yeah, like I don't know, I just feel like I love accomplishing shit, and the more shit I accomplish in one day, the happier I'm gonna be the next. But then I'm not gonna be satisfied because I feel like I need to do more. So like, I'm in a never. I recently discovered that I don't even see competition no more. Nigga, I know who the competition is now. That's another thing that I've been able to recognize. I know who the true competition is. That's why I don't want to judge no other barbers no more. I don't give a fuck about these ugly haircuts, Chris. Like, I don't.
Sometimes.
Like, I don't want to see that shit. Because guess what? I'm going to say this nigga trash. And I'm going to say I got to figure out a way to get better tomorrow. That's the fault. Like, I don't know. My stubborn nature is probably my biggest gift and my biggest curse. Because when I focus, nigga, when I want what I want.
Like, man.
You ever see the movie Biker Boys?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I forget. Smoke. When you see that tunnel,
when he
nigga,
driving.
that's
at the
all I
end-
see.
At the end when he was, what's the name? When he get
Yeah,
the tunnel,
that's
yeah.
all I see.
Tunnel vision.
It's like once my mind made up, ain't nothing stopping it. That's all I see. I don't see nothing else.
It's hard quality.
It's yeah, but it's disgusting too, and I feel like it's gonna be my downfall. That's the disgusting part about it because I refuse to stop.
But downfall on what though?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Doctors told me nigga take a break.
A lot.
You know what I mean? Friends of mine told me nigga take a break. You know how many people on social media I ain't never seen in my life say nigga you need to take a break. And I'm sitting there looking at that shit. I'm looking at these people. I'm looking at them. Nigga, I'm going to work tomorrow. I ain't listening to nothing y'all saying. I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to do the fuck I want. I'm going to work. That's what I did. And that's what I'm going to do. Nobody going to stop me. Cause look about it, like realistically, like if you want to, you know, talk some shit, like, who gonna tell me I can't come in the shop?
Not
Nobody.
Luckily, I
right.
ain't one that. Like,
Corey Bo.
who's gonna tell me not to come in the shop? Who's gonna tell me I can't get no money today? Who's gonna tell me I can't be great today? Who's gonna tell me I can't do anything? Like, the biggest, one of the greatest things ever is being able to create your own situation. I was having a conversation, and it was about a vacation or some shit. It was like, you ain't gonna be able to do that. It's gonna be like 9 days off. I'm like, okay. All I gotta do is be able to afford the 9 days off. Niggas like, I ain't gotta ask nobody shit. That's the beautiful part about
work for
life.
yourself. You
Yeah.
don't have to ask for anything. You just
Do it.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to do this no more, yo. I want to like do this again. Like I want to cut this show short because I want it to be what the fuck
Continuation.
Yeah, I want it to be a continuation because I feel like these are the types of conversations we need to have more. Like because it's so much in life than because we've touched on fucking mental health, professional, journeys and this and that and the third, and I think it's a beautiful thing for everybody to be able to come together. Sean, how you doing? I'm sorry.
I'm great.
This is how I felt in y'all Mervo conversations. Like, no,
Hey yo, Mervo
but
Mustang.
no, like this type of shit is cool, and I wanna get out of here on a good note because we hitting at 2 hours right now. But like I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming. Like y'all motivation. And my thing for me is like I want to be a person that never stops learning. So it's like when y'all post shit, when you post stuff, I'm like, I wish I cared to do videos like that.
Like Scott.
Yeah. Sometimes when you post like, I didn't think of that design. Where the fuck you get that idea from?
I didn't
Like
doing that shit.
even like for like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I really feel like I'm a crowd later on because y'all said some of the most fuck you. You said y'all said some of like the most beautiful things that I didn't expect. This show wasn't supposed to go this way.
Nope.
But I tell y'all, I truly appreciate y'all and okay, thank you. All right, okay.
It's all right.
I appreciate y'all and I want everybody to be great. That's all I care about at the end of the day.
Thanks.
And I want us to do this again. I want us to do it, if you get next product, feel free to come on the show.
Oh, I got some stuff.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's on my iPad.
What is that?
Press that goddamn button. Is it still recording? I don't know what's going on here. Look at this shit. It's okay, but damn, look.
What is happening?
But no, you're like for real
Yeah,
shit, yo.
yeah.
This shit is dope, y'all. And I really enjoyed myself.
I did too, man. This was lit.
Yeah, definitely. Man,
You know
you
what's
call me, you can get me here.
Yo, you know what was funny, right? I don't think nothing of what I do.
Mhm.
I just keep going because it's what I like to enjoy doing. Like
That's always
when you say, yo, when you say y'all was waiting for you to ask, nigga, you have no idea what that shit meant. I said, what?
That's tough. That's
Like,
tough.
One of my biggest downfalls, I don't think is highly.
Of yourself.
it's not a downfall. It's called being humble.
Yep.
So it's not.
But some people say being too humble is a bad thing.
It's
Every
just-
now and again, you gotta pop shit.
I agree with you. I don't never think being humble is a downfall. Being humble, like how can if you want to say that being humble, you're not thinking. But you know who you are. Being humble isn't a downfall. It's just you know who you are and you don't have to tell people.
Nope.
You know, it
I
doesn't-
like the way you put that.
Yeah, I don't have to. I don't have to tell people who I am.
Or what I do.
Yeah.
You want to see? Y'all gonna see it.
You don't see it.
Y'all gonna get this work.
And it just ripples effects, you know, just
Yeah.
effects. And you just don't see the effects, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, you see the effects. I be knowing. For real, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I be knowing. You know, like, I be knowing that. Well, I'm lying.
Exactly.
I am lying. I just started to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
First barber page I followed, Joe.
Well,
No
you
bullshit.
put. I'll tell you the truth. You put a seed in me. I got like 4 homeboys that do podcasts, and they was like, hey Nate, man, do this. Seeing a barber do it, not saying fuck it, we barbers, we fucking can't do it, but
yeah.
Coming here seeing a barber doing that shit, you be like, yo,
Some dope shit.
really think about it. Really think, like I always think I know a lot of people that can always come talk, but like really seeing you doing it, your setup, how professional it is, and just how you planned it out. It's always when you see somebody in your profession doing something, you give it more attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My homeboys, all my homeboys, they don't cut hair, so I'm like, man, these motherfuckers they got all the time to work.
they got
Shit.
time to do
But when you
shit.
see a barber making time to do it, you like, oh shit, well maybe I should think about it.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah.
So just like Trav, we talked about earlier, yo sold his fucking property. I know hella niggas that sell property. I got clients, I got families.
But he's a
Trav,
barber.
when Trav did it as a barber, I told him, I called him this morning. I said, man, listen, you put a blueprint out there. You let us know. It's like us barbers. We're in the neighborhood. We all grew up together.
Mhm.
And your homeboy just made it to the league.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
yeah.
some shit to your
It's
homeboy.
possible.
It's possible to
Yeah.
do it. And I'm not saying there's not other barbers that do it. But when I see Travis, one of my close homeboys.
Yeah, when you see somebody close
First
to you,
thing.
like, oh man,
And
in close proximity, it hit way different.
Yeah, man, that's just amazing.
Yeah, like being self-employed is one of the most stressful,
Beautiful.
beautiful, fucked up,
All types of shit.
most rewarding things for
Yeah.
certain people.
It's like a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Yeah, because the beautiful thing is like when you like for me, I knew the steps that the steps I guess I choreographed was become a barber that's booked and busy
Yep.
for real.
That's what
Not
you
just
said. That's what
saying
you
it.
said in the beginning.
Yeah, my goal was to become as booked as possible, but like they go back to like that iCut Pro class. One of the things I realized, I was cutting 20, 25 people a day at that point. I was killing myself
You ain't even paying attention to it.
for pennies at that point.
As you're looking at it now, it's just pennies.
Yeah, like the first when the class started, first thing Todd said to me, when y'all go home, raise y'all price to $40. I'm like, hold up, cuz I just went to 25. Like, you want me to go to 40 right now?
Like, this
Yeah.
Doc Jim McGregor.
When I left
I
that
waited
class,
like 8 months later to go to 40.
when I left that class, I think because I was first day, I was 35. I think when I left that class, I went to 40 because I was at 35 already, or 30 something. I left it as soon as I left. Me and Trav, same thing. Bang, we 40, 40, and it was like, fuck it.
It's like
It
a
is
whole-
what it is.
Once you get the knowledge, you know what got me to 50? I went to Atlanta last year. You went to the barbershop before?
That's a
Yeah, I've been to. Not
No,
in
you been to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
No, I haven't been.
Oh, that's a mistake you make in your life, yo. And I say that to any barber. You never been?
You talking about the Barber Brothers?
Yeah, you been?
No, I haven't been yet.
That's a mistake you make in your
We-
life.
we
Don't let
supposed to-
anybody ever tell you that it's a waste of time going.
Can I tell you something that's gonna sound bad? I was supposed to go. Cause they do 2 a year.
Yep.
It's
You
one in
supposed to
like
go to one.
February, then one like
And then
September, October.
August.
Yeah,
August.
August.
Mhm.
I was supposed to go to that before my accident. Like I was making plans to go to that.
Damn.
So it's like that the one time I said I was gonna go
Right.
because at that point I was still searching
Mhm.
for every inch of motivation or whatever that I can find within this business.
When they opened back up, yo, when I went, I never went before. It's a couple years I could have went. Everybody kept saying, man, man, shit, bullshit. It's not the same like it used to be. And I let people cloud my mind with that shit. And one time, it was November of last year, no, well, not this one this past, but November before that. I was like, man, fuck, I'm going.
Yeah.
I really didn't reach out to nobody because I knew niggas gonna be like, I'll let you know. I booked my ticket, told my wife I was going. Crazy, one of my homeboys named Q. So we did go down together. We weren't together, but we was down there chilling. Yo, it was the best experience that I ever had in my life. I took a class down there. I come back. My plan was to already go to 50 in September. I took Israel. I don't know if you know who Israel is. Israel Wright.
Yeah,
He is exclusive. I took his
It's
class.
exclusive, yeah.
Cool guy. And when I left, he was like, yo, what you waiting for? I said, cuz, I want to wait. He said, for what?
Right.
I came back. We had COVID. COVID happened a couple months after that when it came back. I came back to 50. $50 a cut. So I say it, and when I got back, I told myself I would never miss a Bronner Brothers show a day in my life. I would never. I'm not gonna go I'm not going twice a year.
I was about to say, so you
No.
Just one. Once a
I
year.
would never not go because the stuff that you learn there and the shit that you see, you thought getting your mind work going to Todd shit, man. I mean, man, just the products and just the networking of learning about products and shit down there. Yo, I'm telling you, I would never miss. I'm going to do the February. I'm going to do the February show every year. And I'm going. I'm mad at it. Well, I knew they weren't going to do
They
this
didn't
shit.
do it this year.
But you know that shit gonna be back open. I wouldn't be surprised if it's open
for the next
for the
one.
August. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
And I think I might go.
Hey, Chris.
Sound like a plan to me.
Alright.
I like it.
I'm telling you,
When
man.
they open the world back up,
When you
they
go,
get that show
it-
gonna be
it's
going
such-
for the first
and then
one.
when you go there,
Sir.
you're gonna be like, because I know you be like, man, I don't fucking be running.
Shit,
When
I'm
you
going.
step
Long
foot,
as I got
Plus,
walking,
I'm going. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, like, I don't want
I'm
walk.
free.
place is a
shit.
motherfucker.
They ain't got no wheelchairs in that bitch, cause I don't want to
Yo,
walk. I
listen.
ain't walking around this
Yo,
motherfucker
I mean,
all
you
day.
find
They got
this
steps
apart.
and shit like that.
I remember I'll never forget, yo, that building, I booked, the Bronner Brothers, and they gave you like a discount at a hotel around there. The hotel from the shit was like
Yeah.
15 minutes
How you
from,
been?
it's like 10 minutes from where I stayed at to the shit, right? My nigga, once I got in there, it was a 20 minute walk in the building to get to the other side of the building to get to the class.
Jeez.
That's the biggest building I've ever been in my life. It was
We want to get you one of them little things you can.
Oh, you just probably
get a little school.
up the other side. Yo, I'm telling you, this shit
I'll
is-
go, but
You
they
gonna
gonna
get
have
you
some
some
fucking
shits.
wheelchairs and
And you know
schools
crazy-
to rent that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
walking
find something like,
around.
and just another thing too, just going there and being around the people, instantly you might smile for the network. You go in there, you instantly just, you in a room, but everybody's like you.
What is that?
You in a room, you say you don't know about Instagram, you go, boy, that's you.
Oh my god.
That's you. Oh, man.
That shit
DC.
Yo,
Man,
when we went to
that
that DC show, nigga,
That
I was,
shit was-
and this was after this was the last year, so I was in it. Like I said, I don't think nothing of it, no, for real.
Yeah.
I swear, yo, every 5 steps I take, some KB, what?
Like
Huh?
a superstar walking.
Like I don't know these people. They go, yeah, I seen you. But the show they did in Glen Burnie, some dude was apparently looking for me for like an hour to take a picture with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what? Like,
You knew your ass was there.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
telling you, when I mean, I do feel like when everything opens back up, everybody's gonna be at these shows.
Fuck
I just,
yeah. Oh, I'm there.
I'm gonna start looking on Bronner Brothers page. I'm telling you, I'm there. I'm
Niggas
booking.
got a link.
Ain't no question.
yeah, definitely.
I go by myself again. That shit
Well,
it was the
I'm
best
that.
experience I ever had in my life.
Good reason to go.
Every year.
That sounds beautiful. Reason.
Every year. And then next one I want to do is I want to do Connecticut. Now you know
I
Connecticut,
gotta go to that one.
You know Connecticut is geared some more to barbers. That's
Yeah.
the, Connecticut.
That's
So I was gonna go to that
I gotta
one.
go to that
I
one.
was actually supposed to link up. I didn't bluff, but I couldn't. I was gonna link up with Logan. We were gonna go down there.
Logan Pierce.
Yeah. Good guy. I took his class too. Good
It's
people.
funny because we both took. Well, we all took the iCup Pro class.
Yeah. He took the iCup Pro class.
Yeah.
Took-
That's how I met him. We
Yeah.
linked because we was in a group chat. That after when he was doing classes real heavy, when talking to the class real heavy, he'd throw everybody in the group chat like a iCup Pro fraternity. That's how me and Logan connect.
Mhm.
I met him only once in person.
For real?
Cool dude.
Yeah,
he's-
cool people.
Yeah.
I keep in contact with him. Before COVID happened, when he opened the shop, he was supposed to have a grand opening. I was gonna go.
Mhm.
So I never got to go down there. But he went to Connecticut, and he said, I mean, the thing is, you go to these things, and you can find something small in there. He didn't end up
That's
staying.
all I look for.
He went back home. He said he got what he got, found what's the name in there. part I liked about Atlanta the most part was that I got the most information out of the because it's like sides to it. You got one side that's like geared to skincare, massage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was over there, man. I was locking in, and it was
I
just
would
great.
probably be in a product area.
It's everywhere. The products are everywhere.
Yeah, because
It's a big picture, a big ass. I'm talking about the biggest fucking. It's a flea market.
Because that was like gonna be my like closing question for real. Like, what like some of the some of the goals like within this business, because we all know like this is a very big business.
Yes.
Like, I want to ask Chris because he's the youngest. Like, we're basically the seasoned vets in front of him. Like, what are some of your aspirations within this industry, like to elevate?
Aspirations? I be trying to think. I just want to do a lot of services, yo. That's it. I just want to be very versatile. I want when somebody come to me, they be like, yo, Chris can do all that shit.
Take classes.
That's what I want to do.
You don't stop at any class. Take classes every time you can get. I mean, and then fly. I gotta go to fuck am I going next? I think I'm gonna go to Detroit to the guy Tony's Tonsor.
You know who?
Best year guy.
You know what shop I want to go to?
Who? H3.
No, not H3.
Said shop.
What's his name? Big Lays or Muse the Barber, the dudes out in Chicago?
Them
Chicago,
dudes,
yeah,
yeah,
with,
with all the enhanced, they use that
yo.
shit toughly.
I just want to sit in there and watch them, because I be looking. I want to see how they blend that color.
That
Because
shit
yo,
looking amazing.
I'm gonna have
You're a learner, and you said you was go.
Yeah.
Like, yo, everybody is at the point now. If somebody asks you, they be like, "Hey, Corey, I want you to teach me how to do this." You're gonna pay for it. They're gonna come. You're gonna have a price. So you hit them up. Hey, man, look, I'm serious. I want to come out
I
here.
don't even want to be one of those YouTube tutorial barbers. Nigga, I filmed this nigga today. Nigga, I'm probably gonna put it on Patreon.
Yep.
Support the show, nigga. Ain't nothing like a barber show without haircuts, cuz. So if you want, if you want this work, if you want this knowledge, you want to pay me, cuz.
No, you got
I'm gonna either get an OnlyFans or it's going on the Patreon section content. So feel free to go to shut up, Chris. Go to patron.podbean.com/K&S. If you make a small contribution, you can get this work. Or at least learn some shit, because I think this is where the content is going. Because I don't want to give nothing, like you said, free. As much as I would love to drive as much traffic to this Cuts and Shit YouTube page that y'all need to go on, I don't want to give away that kind of content for free. I get paid for haircuts.
Right,
I don't want to give nothing away for free in this business. This podcast is free. I ain't doing barbering for free. You kiss my ass. Sorry, not sorry. Love you.
But yeah, yo, go take any class you think of. Any class you see, just take it.
And you know what's funny though? Like when you say that, I say that shit too. We took what the fuck is his name? Dude that did Jalen Rose haircut. Once you in that class? Oh no, Logan was in that.
It was on the computer. I mean,
all of us in there. Logan was in there too. Like I just wanted to see his steps. That's how I ended up buying that Tim 2 joint. Like that's the best
that shit lit.
compressor I've used. All the rest of them drove me crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
I think it's a waste. It's a waste of money.
For real, I like it like that.
You like it, but I'm telling you, the shits are so easy. Like you said,
that's why I like it.
What was your problem with the other ones? So you bought the Tim 2 Mini or you bought the Tim 2 machine?
I got the mini joint. Like I'm lazy.
You don't have the big machine.
Yeah, I don't want
Okay. If you had the big machine, I'm like, this shit's easy. Those that Tim 2 might be the best one because it's a makeup gun.
Yeah, and that's why I like
a lot of these other ones, like the Tune 45. I have that. It wasn't how I mix my temporary color. That shit wasn't spitting out of the gun.
Yeah,
it wasn't spitting out of the gun. So I got the
straight up.
What's the name with a top feed on it.
Yeah, and when he said that shit, like when the concept of the Tim 2 is what attracted me to it. Like
it's the makeup.
Yeah, the makeup. I'm like, because for real, nigga, if you don't wash makeup off, it ain't gonna come off that easy. And typically with the it's typically with the typical enhancement that we do, whether it's fiber or the temporary color will come out the gun. That it don't last as long as makeup. When I first I checked, like it don't last as long as the black stuff in the cans.
Yeah,
I don't want to say the names.
Well, yeah, the cans they don't.
It don't last long because like when I first started using that shit, I would ask my clients, "Yo, this is something new I'm using, blah blah blah." You test shit out. Something new I'm using, blah blah blah. Let me know how it lasts, how long it lasts, because if not, I'll go back to old stuff.
That shit's so diluted with water. If you ever spray it,
it's way too much water. Yeah,
it leaks down. But if you I use
Kiss?
Claire, I don't use Kiss. They all the same. I use Clairol Beautiful Collection
Mm-hmm.
in 2-to-1 ratio.
That Temptation is cool though.
Temptation. I'm gonna try
Kiss
it.
Temptation, that shit tough.
I'm gonna try it. I'll be looking to try it. I got my own mix.
I mean, the
And
Black Solutions is cool too. I got some extra on cutsbykb.com. Feel
Black
free to go
Solutions.
buy some.
You ever use that shampoo?
No, not yet.
Best shampoo I ever used.
Not a shame.
I'm gonna have to
That's-
get it.
That-
Oh,
that's
there
the-
ain't nothing shameless.
It's the best shampoo I ever used in my life, but it's too expensive.
How
To
much
buy it, they won't let you buy wholesale. They're wholesale unless they change.
You gotta have a wholesale account. I got one.
But no, they won't let you buy just the shampoo. When I try to get it,
Oh yeah, they come in bundles.
I don't like any other products like that. That's the best shampoo I've ever seen
Like
in my life.
clarity wise.
You know the
Everything.
best
You
product.
see- you see it.
I feel like I want to interject.
Feel free, man. We here.
Just for some reason.
I got.
Just for some reason.
Just for some
How
reason.
long is this interjection? I gotta piss.
No,
No, because
It's gonna be short. It's gonna be short.
I'll go
But
right there and pee.
but
Outside.
like
I gotta go.
like the last few episodes, I've talked and stuff like that. But this is purely cuts, right here. This is purely cuts. Normally I
we
provide.
can record
shit.
again tomorrow.
But no, I'm not. No,
Go on.
this is dope. Like I'm listening. I'm just like I guess I'm gonna say I'm soaking up game. I'm not being a barber or shit like this. But this is kind of like the essence of like the show and shit like that. This is the cuts,
The
you know,
foundation.
for many barbers or hairstylists or you know people wanting to or maybe be inspired to like be barbers or whatnot. Like this is kind of like what this platform
And
is kind of like for.
for me to add on to that, yo,
You know, this is the cuts.
there's nothing more beautiful than seeing your vision come to fruition.
Man.
Because listen to me, like if like on the podcast, like for the page, like the description of it is K Baltimore Barber, KB Cuts, talks industry peers and friends, and this is like the third. For this specific
This is the
purpose,
most in depth.
you gotta give balance. And
Yes.
when I thought, and the other thing, yo, when we decided that when we had that talk, I said, nigga, we gotta be more consistent.
Yeah.
And
I said it. I said that shit.
Yeah, and like when I told you, what was that episode where my sisters and I told her I did so, I started doing research and I started just thinking about shit like, yo, I need to put more effort into being more prepared for this show, just like I do upstairs.
Right.
And ever since then, yo, like basically like each
Step
show
it
has
up.
progressively.
It's like a step. Like
Yeah.
some long steps. One step.
Stepping it up.
You keep.
And that's the shit that's the type of shit that sparks my competitive nature, nigga. I am if it's anything I'm in love with in my life, nigga, it is progression. Like
It's beautiful.
I just love building shit brick by brick,
brick by brick.
and watching
Snowfall.
and making it make sense to me, and enjoying what I do, and like that goes.
What?
That's a part of. Shut up, nigga. What are y'all doing?
No. He said
Give me a
snowfall.
shot.
He said snowfall.
Had to shout
I'm
him
about
out
to go
real
home
quick.
and
You
cook
niggas
some.
ain't got DVRs.
No. I'm about to go home and cook me some jerk shrimp.
Oh shit.
Then watch snowfall.
On
On Hulu.
Hulu. Shout that shit out. On Hulu.
Yeah,
Where's the shot about?
Here it comes.
Yeah, let me get a shot. Can we take a shot? Come on, let's all get out. We gonna go watch Snowfall.
Yo.
Can we all take one
Take a
shot,
shot, bro.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Celebrate
you know,
this
yeah.
beautiful
I got
thing.
you.
Look at our drink champ-esque on.
Look, I
I
missed the
Are
lead.
you going? You
Yeah, I missed the lead.
Yeah.
This was lit, man. Some lit shit.
Yeah, man.
This is beautiful, man. I
You
enjoy
want
it.
to get this bitch in Brittany like,
Yeah.
oh,
We
Joey.
like, yeah. Yeah, we gotta take that. You get that shot. Yeah, get that, please.
I go light on you, you know. Tell me when-
And I don't,
That's good, that's
I'm
good.
not a cognac man, but I feel like we should
Yeah, that's a
celebrate
step
this.
above. That's a step above Henny.
Step above
Look,
it.
Good,
Yeah.
I hate Hennessy.
And it's smooth as hell.
Yeah, Martell Blue Swift is a step above Henny.
This is one of those like I guess I'll give my closing remarks now.
Yeah, this is.
Before we take our shot, right? Once again, I want to thank y'all, yo. I appreciate y'all for
Crowd.
coming. You motherfucker for finally coming downstairs after being here for 2 years.
Listen, you.
I call this man. I hit this man on Instagram. He come through first time. I got argued with this motherfucker.
I got a lot of shit going on. I got a lot of shit going on.
But yo, like Sean said, this is beautiful, yo. I enjoy this shit. This
I need to,
is
man.
definitely an episode that truly fulfills the purpose of this show. Because I want to establish my goal is to establish a platform for people like us to
Have a voice.
and like, cause honestly, like, the word professionalism, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, like, you get into this monotone thing where, like, even with your clients, regardless who you are, like, regardless if they're friends, whether they're family, you still put on that speck of professionalism because they are a client when you're in your chair, and just like with anybody else. So I want this to be a platform where barbers and stylists, for me personally, because that's a near dear thing to me, like barbers and stylists to come, we can vent
And tell
if
their
we
story.
need to. We can tell stories if we need to. We can share our ideas if we need to. We can. I want this to become a platform for barbers and stylists, specifically barbers and stylists with that hustle, with that entrepreneurial spirit. So that's what, bro. Like when I selected products to bring down here, my nigga, like I made sure yours was here
Yup.
Appreciate that.
because
That spirit.
I need people to be able to see that not only can you get t-shirts and shit from me, you can get do-rags and shit from me, but you can also help build this man's, grow this man and build his, support his dream. That's what I'm trying to say. Support his dream, sorry. And that's what I want this to be. I want this to be a platform for, not to be corny, but I want this to be a FUBU type shit, nigga. It's for us and it's by us.
Mm-hmm.
For us and by us.
Ain't no reason why.
Ain't nothing corny about that, nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
ain't no, that made me just play on a word, but ain't no reason why a barber or a stylist shouldn't feel comfortable coming here.
Thanks.
And because everybody's story is different, but the passion for the work needs to be. The passion for the work is the same.
Yup.
Like it or not, we are this motherfucker, and I know we are all sensitive about our shit. In the words of the great Erica Bobby, we're all sensitive about our shit. So I want us to be able to come here and celebrate and enjoy the fruits of our
Celebrate,
labor.
congregate, fellowship,
Yeah, all while building more
Brotherhood.
and
dreams.
talk shit at the same time.
All while building more dreams.
There you go.
I mean, and that's what I'm about. I want everybody to be great. I don't post it on my fucking page for nothing. I live by it. It's something I truly believe in. So while y'all at it, if y'all want to catch any of these motherfucking motivational posts that I drop or these angry rants that I drop every now and then, feel free to follow my blog page. That is KB Cuts. That's KB_KUTZ. And while you at it, go to the bio and you'll see that I'm a host of this here podcast that you're listening to. And make sure you go follow our podcast page at Cuts and Shit Podcast.
Follow.
KUTZNSHIT_podcast. If you are listening to a podcast and you don't know how to spell podcast, you stupid. I'm not gonna spell podcast for you. But go follow this shit, share this shit, watch this shit, enjoy it, and tell all your friends whether they are in this industry or not.
Stand up, man.
Shut up, nigga. I'm on a roll. I don't normally give these exit speeches.
Keep going. Keep going.
But I want everybody to be great. Let's take this shot in celebratory fashion.
Celebratory fashion, my
I
fellas.
appreciate y'all.
Cheers.
Ching, there we go.
Cheers,
And then,
man.
all
Cheers.
around the board.
Taking it to the head.
I don't drink cognac and shit, but
Me
I'm gonna
either.
take one for this day.
That is smooth.
Mm.
Smooth like my mama.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Can I have one more?
I think you good.
That's some smooth shit, nigga. And I ain't a cognac
Yeah, it's,
man.
like I said, it's a step above hitting.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Well, we out of here. Thank y'all for listening. Be back next week like we supposed to, you bitches.
Next week. Next week, we're going to talk
Y'all
some
be
shit.
great now. You here?
Bang.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. The audio